fight. I came in and just
Justin,
sat on
man.
Cyril's fucking neck.
Yeah. Oh
10
my
seconds into
God.
the thing.
Dude, you know
Golly.
what's crazy is I knew he was gonna finish that. I knew
I didn't know like
he
that
was
though.
not gonna play with his food. He was not
Yeah.
playing with I knew it.
I think you
Bro, I
said
had
that
a
even.
feeling. I
Yeah, I
was
think
like,
you
this
said that
nigga's
even.
not playing with this nigga when he gets in there.
Yeah.
He's been out of the game for so long. He's ready to put them fucking paws on somebody.
Bro,
And
I
he
was
just
like
went like,
first
I'm gonna choke him. I'm just gonna choke him.
first round, and within the first 15 seconds or so, come on. Like, what is
I should have
that?
went bolder with my prediction because I was feeling
Well,
early, but I'm like,
yeah,
at least give Serial to the second round
a
because
little
he's
bit of
an
respect.
athletic dude. He's an
Yeah,
athletic dude. I'm like, for a heavyweight, that nigga can move, man.
at least
I'm
a
like,
little bit of
John, you're gonna
respect.
have to work to tag his ass now because you got to reach,
Bro,
but you ain't gonna just be you're gonna put the paws on him so easy. He can move,
yeah.
but
And
shit,
he
once that
only
shit grab
lost
him,
he's only lost to Ngannou, Cyril Gane, other than John Jones now. But leading
yeah.
up to that point, like it's not as if he wasn't a killer in the heavyweight division. But still, John Jones is just different. He's just a killer.
Serial Gone should have went and trained with them fucking Dagestan Russians. And the fact that he turned down Khabib's invite, he's a fucking idiot.
Should
You
have
just
wrestled
didn't
a
want to go
fucking
down.
mountain lion in
Should have went to
preparation.
fucking Dubai. You should have went to Dubai, brother. I don't
No,
know
what he really
what you
needed to do,
thought.
he needed to go like fucking he needed to go wrestle some fucking crackheads for that crackhead energy. It's on a whole nother level when you're 6'4" and a straight up athlete, but that's the kinds of challenges that John Jones presents. You feel what I'm saying? It's different.
Yeah, he's 6'4" athlete too, so that
Yeah,
shit ain't gonna
six
cut
four
it. You know what I'm
athlete,
saying?
6'4" athlete, and just hit the rail before he came out to the fucking octagon. So, damn,
Yeah, he
you know,
just fucking took 3 lines of fucking coke off a bitch's titties, and he's just still beating your
I'm
ass.
glad you said that right now. What I was gonna say after I said fuck like 3 times, I was like, damn, the algorithm we're supposed to like think about that and smoking and all that within the first 10 minutes or so. I've said fuck probably 20 times. You lit up a fucking 3.5.
I'm glad you could tell by the size, brother. You know me.
Nah, yeah, I gotta show some love. I got pause on showing some love on your size there, but you know what I mean.
Hey,
That's
3.5. It's not 3.5, ladies.
yeah, no, that's not what we're talking. Yeah,
Just throw that out
that's
there.
hilarious. Oh no, 3.5 Deuce, or is it 3.5 Andretti? Let's
3.5
see here,
Andretti
man.
sounds a little harder, boy.
Yeah,
That should
hey,
have been my what I used to sell, a little weed back then. That should have been my name, bro.
that
3.5
might be
Dre.
the new Twitter handle for a little bit. You know what I mean?
Okay, that may be my new rap name. You might have to change
Hey,
that. Change it up.
yeah, that would be cold. So hey, so I got a few of these videos I want to watch with you tonight and with the audience. So everybody tap in. Let me know what you think about it. We're gonna watch some of the Jubilee videos. This is a channel on YouTube that I watch from time to time. I wanted to share it with you guys. And
It's his favorite channel to watch on YouTube. Don't let him lie to you guys. He loves this channel. he
no, I love
loves the
this show. It's
content.
true. I haven't seen any of these yet because I've been just exploring it a little bit more because I wanted to bring it to the stream and stuff and just explore with more stuff on the stream with you guys. So definitely, like I said, jump in the comments, like, share, subscribe, share this with somebody. Keep the subs going up. We're trying to get to 500, so help us do that. Help us grow this channel. We're trying to do it organically. Ain't no bots here, man. It's all humans that are watching. You know what I mean? All the time.
Yeah, we can't
Yes, sir.
afford the bots.
Can't afford the bots. The goddamn robots are expensive. Eventually, bro. Oh my god, I was listening to this fucking
Buy the fuck
podcast.
out some bots.
I was listening to this podcast, bro, the other day, and they were talking about eventually there's gonna be no jobs. Everything's gonna be fucking auto, like basically done by robots and shit, well, automated. And it's
So when you're poor, you're
and
just poor. You can't make money. You
no,
just
well,
get to
no,
be
and then
poor.
humans. No, but well, yeah, that's the wild thing. I heard that too, but they're like, yo, humans are just gonna be making content for robots. Isn't that fucking nuts?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind.
Well, no, but and then timeout. But
Half the
what you just
motherfuckers
touched
do
on,
it now.
what you just touched on is an interesting topic. So as far as like another thing that I had heard, it might have been on that video that I did a breakdown for earlier or whatever, but um is yeah, so more and more people losing their jobs, but there's actually an issue with that I didn't even think about before from the corporation standpoint. They almost need employees. They need all corporations need to have an agreement like, yo, we're going to have a certain amount of employees so we can all put a certain amount of money into the economy so they can come back and spend it between all of us. If the people don't have any money, who's buying your product? You know what
That's
I'm
what I
saying?
was saying. Yeah, I was saying that in the chat the other day. I was no, I wasn't saying that in the
Yeah.
chat. Well, what's that? I think I said that today in the chat. I think,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
no, I think it was me privately. But yeah, no, I think that's the biggest thing people don't really understand. Oh, it's my neighbor. Me and my neighbor talking about it. But like AI is crazy because like it can literally put the human workforce out of there. You know what I'm saying? Now what? If you're
Well,
born middle class or poor,
yeah.
you can't make money to get rich unless
Well,
you're stealing it or you're creating content.
no, but here's the problem for the rich. They have nobody to sell things to. The point is, that's actually the point, is that if there's nobody, there's no working class, then there's also nobody that has the money to buy any goods.
Unfortunately, brother, if they go to robots, they've already thought of, they don't even give a fuck about us. They're like, okay, we don't need them anymore. We can eradicate them.
See, I don't know if they are thinking about that point, is that if you're replacing them from your own selfish standpoint, and it's not affecting society as a whole right now because not enough people have done it. So there are still working forces. But yeah, if everybody goes to like some kind of like automated, workforce, and people aren't making money, then what the fuck? Like I said, who's going into I don't know, damn, who's going into Sam's Club, and dropping $500 on their groceries? They don't have it. You know what I mean? Nobody has it. Or buying a TV. Huh?
$100 are the first ones to go. Walmart's the last man standing.
At Sam's, I think
adjust.
They own Walmart, brother, or whatever.
That's how they stay alive, from the backs of Walmart.
There you go. Yeah, just capitalize on the market. Well, here I'm looking at all these videos. I think the first one, like I said, we're going to do a Jubilee spree. This might be a common thing if we have fun with this thing. The first
Honestly,
video,
I lied, brother. It's Win Dixie. Win Dixie's already been on their last leg.
Oh, holy shit! They look closed.
What?
Dixie looks closed. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. They don't even fix the lights outside no more, man. They don't even fix the signs like that.
Outside, boy, they don't fix the lights inside.
They're like, no, this is fucking,
you be looking like it's dark.
They're like, this is public's problem when they fucking buy this building. They wanted to fix all this. Yeah.
They still live on Northport Boulevard. That bitch ain't been bought out yet.
No, that's a great point, man.
They couldn't even sell the building out here.
Hey, you got some wild shit going on your side. You hear that?
Demons behind me, brother. What's going on, man?
I don't hear it anymore, but that was fucking nuts. Honestly, sounded like you're letting out a really tight fart. Pause.
Well, I didn't do that, brother, but now you're making me feel like I got fucking.
Hey, gang, what's happening, man? Good to see you. Well, I don't really see you, but still. I mean, it's good to feel the energy in the building. We haven't even started watching videos yet. We've just been honestly bullshitting on here.
Cool. I didn't waste nothing.
Yeah,
we're waiting on you, brother.
Yeah.
Sorry to keep y'all waiting.
Hey,
we happily were waiting,
Hey, this is the first time they've seen the cut, by the way.
Oh, is that for real? You haven't already been? That's crazy.
Haven't been over yet.
Yeah, that's nuts. Well, you're kind of teasing it because it's so dark, so they can't even like 100% see it in its full glory. So it's actually, I like that. This is a slow rollout,
and it's kind of nappy.
All right, it's a slow rollout. Well, either way, good to see you, Bills. We were just talking about.
Feeling?
Great, man. We're locking in for the fight tomorrow, trying to figure out where we're going to do that. And
it's gonna be amazing.
And honestly, we were just about to get into these videos. I got like 5 of them, but I mean, you know what I mean? We can see how we like it and all that. Yeah.
I just want to clarify what I mean by what Usman is saying, bro. When Leon is like, he's hungry, right? Usman is like, I've done it all. I've already done it. That to me, man, just that one sentence, I'm like,
what does that mean, though? You think that makes you feel less confident?
What he said,
like he just
said, I've been here before.
Yeah.
Is that how he's saying it?
The whole thing, I feel like he's saying, I'm not phased. This is like, I'm not worried even about getting kicked in the head because I was whooping his ass the whole time, and I whooped his ass the first time.
This is my argument. He's like, I've already done it. What else is there left to do? Type shit. And I'm like, bro, John Jones ain't saying that. So
okay,
that's real. That's some real shit.
That's fair, and specifically that I think that's even better point. Like as far as him saying, like, hey, I don't even like what else is there for me to do here? It's like, hey, why are you doing that? But at the same time, he's been saying, but I do need to take the opportunity to whoop this man's ass in front of my daughter because that was wild.
Knock the fuck out.
And did you see get knocked out in front of my daughter?
Bro, I watched them on the pivot, and honestly, I thought the pivot, no disrespect to them, but on this, I don't watch them a lot, but I think they did a terrible job on this interview here. Like the questions and shit they were asking were just making me cringe. I really wanted to send it to you, Bills. I still will. But Usman,
is that on ESPN pivot?
Nah, it was YouTube. I don't know where else they're at. I think they do have like a TV show or some shit like that on one of the networks. But either way, it's a YouTube channel where they do podcasts. Usman honestly carried the podcast though. He had a lot of great shit to say in there. There's a few things where it piqued my interest, but do you hear that, Bills? Bills, do you hear that, bro? Is that just me? Stop it.
What is that?
Demons, brother.
That's this man right here letting out a tight fart.
Man, you better not be having buttons right now. Fucking with us all, like.
Yeah, for real. He got an app on his phone, fucking with the people. Oh my god!
Brother, I'm telling you, they call me the Black Heretic.
That's hilarious.
With the shadows.
But no, that interview he talked about, or that podcast he talked about the like I guess ESPN choosing to put the camera on his daughter right at the time when he got knocked out, right afterwards, and Bills, you good, Bills?
Yeah,
you just dropped out to us. Yeah, you're good. You're good. I see you now.
That's a slippery when wet slope right there.
But yeah, them putting his daughter on camera. Yeah, you're good. I see it. It shows us that you go out, but you pop right back in. I can see you now. But him talking about how upsetting that was to him, I can imagine. I hadn't even thought about it from that perspective, to be honest. But then afterwards, when he says it, I'm like, damn. Like, I would feel slighted. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you capitalizing on the pain of basically my child seeing her father get knocked out?
At least he got.
She should just be. Yeah,
bro. This is gonna be annoying.
At least he, I mean, yeah. I mean, you know what? At least he was knocked out though. It's not like he lost, and he lost by points and shit. At least it was like
every time Billy comes back,
get up and defend.
Bro, this shit is annoying, man.
When he comes back, he just looks slightly more stressed. Brother, if you decide you have to hop off, I'm not going to be upset, but I'm good. You're not really affecting the stream in a negative way, in my opinion. So I'm not really worried about it.
I'm going to get closer to the Wi-Fi.
My dog needs a hotspot.
I think Usman takes that man's fucking head off his shoulders, dude.
I think he wrestles the fuck out of him, and also just after what John Jones did, almost empowers him to like take a wrestler's approach. You know what I'm saying? I mean, John Jones obviously he was next level dominant because the fight lasted 10 seconds. But yeah, I think that kind of like gives you a little bit more freedom as a former champion, to go in and take the belt that way. Like that's his game.
If they honestly, you know what though, I'll say this: I think if they gave John Jones a fight before that championship fight, I don't think he finishes him that fast. I think he takes his time.
Interesting.
I think it's because it was like, okay, like he's on the line for the belt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He hasn't fought in, so he's kind of probably a little bit nervous, So
yeah.
Probably like, let me go out here. Let me not even play with my food. You know what I'm saying? Let me not even play with
it. Well, he did afterwards. I feel like afterwards, John Jones kind of spoke a little bit as far as like being nervous and stuff before the fight. I thought that was really interesting to hear him kind of comment on that. How he was confident, but then right before going out there to fight, it kind of struck him. Like he was like, "Oh, this is like real. We're here finally." Like,
hey, shit. If you're not nervous going into that shit, honestly, you're fucking psychotic.
I think he's psychotic anyways. But yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. No, that's a normal. Yeah, he is sick.
That man on Instagram, bro. Like he's different. Like he's a different guy. Like he's not just a fighter. Like this man trains like John Wick.
Bro, he tweets
John Wick training. And he's got a dog like John Wick too. It's fucking crazy. I'm like, dude, this dude's literally like he's a weapon.
Well, then he'll randomly fucking start tweeting like Gucci Mane, fucking somebody's going crazy in the UFC universe, and he gets a little jealous. He's like, "Yo, let me hop on Twitter real quick and just go crazy. I'm the greatest fighter. These guys are fucking fake paper champs." Which I mean, I love that he has like crazy kind of Michael Jordan, huh?
He did that to Iggy.
Izzy, yeah.
Izzy, yeah. He came after Izzy when Izzy was
they have a little rivalry or whatever going on. They've had a rivalry forever. It was rumored that they were going to eventually fight, and then that got deaded when Izzy fought Jan. So
they got fucking laid on the whole fight.
They get laid on.
John Jones would have played with Izzy. John Jones would literally just sit there and beat the shit out of Izzy for 5 rounds and then just finish him. I'm
Let's go ahead.
telling you, it
Let's
would
hop
be
into some
ugly.
of these videos, big dog, because we're gonna have the
I just
option to
really
talk
would
about
like
UFC a lot tomorrow, or not.
Yeah,
Well,
check
either
us
way,
out
whether
tomorrow
on camera or not,
on
we'll be talking
UFC.
about it. Let's go ahead and get into this one first, just to start off with a. I haven't watched these, so I don't know exactly how great all of them are going to be, but I know some
French Protestants, and we were
Sit
known
Politic,
as
baby, Sit
witches,
Politic.
heretics, mumblers.
Are you a magician?
In a sense, yes. I don't do magic tricks.
All right.
What the hell is
Tap
that?
in.
We brought together 7 psychics.
I am a psychic.
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 One is a liar. If the group discovers who the liar is,
They're all liars.
they'll split a cash prize.
That's the funny part.
If the liar
all
survives,
liars.
he or she wins the entire prize.
That's the funny part. Fucking spoiler.
What's everybody's zodiac sign before we even
Oh
start?
my.
Taurus.
You're a Taurus.
Well, Capricorn.
Capricorn.
Hey, right off rip, do y'all have any any guess of who's not a psychic out of this group?
Okay, all the bitches that look like they have BBLs and fucking boob jobs. What are we talking about here? Like, are you serious?
I think you had an interesting point where in reality you look at it, you're like, oh, see, but this is why it's so funny to me because I think everybody is going to approach it with the skeptical mindset. So I look at them, I'm like, okay, who's all psychic? Maybe none of these motherfuckers, to be honest.
All right, listen, blue
except
dress, pink
Mr.
dress.
Adams to the left. What's
Yeah,
dude's name for the Adams
mustache.
family?
Yeah,
I'm gonna say
a fucking.
Yeah, he'd be talking to the
Listen.
dead for sure.
The 3 shorties right there on the right, they definitely ain't psychic. I'm telling you right
Okay.
There's
now.
only one.
They're doing a different kind of service. You know what I'm
Yeah, there's
saying?
only one that's claiming not to be a psychic. The one all the way to the right definitely sells real estate.
She's definitely a psychic. She's one of the ones that are like, oh, look at all my fucking crystals.
Yeah, she's the fucking psychic
The one to the
medium,
left.
fucking
the one
realtor.
the wall all this to the left, the short one. She's definitely she looks like she's got some shit going on. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna say
She's the dark arts.
Yeah, go ahead, Bills.
No, I'm gonna just say the blue one right now so
Cool.
far.
You know what's interesting to me about these when they're so basically to lay the groundwork for anybody watching. There's 6 or whatever. There's one person that's not what everybody else says they are. So all these people are saying they're psychic. One of them is not actually psychic. So what's interesting to me in these videos is that the person that's not what they claim to be is basically a character of what they think a psychic is in this case, for example. You feel what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, you know what I mean? Like the dude in the middle would be wilding.
Well, it's kind of funny too.
It's not
Any
him.
other one? Any other ones we've watched or I've
Yeah,
seen, I
true.
could kind of like
Fill
automatically
it out?
know, but I have
Yeah.
no idea who's who on this one.
No, that's true.
I don't know. They put some interesting people in this lineup here. I think they definitely wanted to distract some folks.
I know the dude on the
From
far
the
left.
mission. You know what I'm saying? If we're
Yeah, the
be
dude on the
honest.
far left is wild. If he doesn't work in a fucking, if he hasn't done many an autopsy, I would be shocked. You feel me? Like,
he
God,
looks like a fucking vampire. Like
He-
he
looks like a
more
Dracula's
Dracula.
grandson.
he looks like a mortician. But then again, like if somebody was ignorant and they were like, okay, hey, we want to get you on the show, we need you to act like you're a psychic. Maybe they would dye their fucking hair black, go get a suit, get a red tie with the black fucking graveyard suit. I don't know. But either way, we can get back into it. I was just wondering. So I'm gonna say the girl in between the 2 men.
I was thinking that too, kind of, but I'm gonna go
Yeah.
with blue
It's
skirt.
either the 2 women one of the 2 women in the middle. They don't. One of them
Don't try to
does
take
not
2 of them. Don't try to like take several guesses, man. Commit. Bill
No,
said
I'm
the
saying
blue dress.
It's one of the. It's. I already broke it down to. It's one of the women.
Blue dress or no? Let's go. Come on. Take a guess. Stop
Salmon
being a
dress.
pussy. You said
Salmon.
salmon. Salmon dress. All right, yes, sir.
Who has a website dedicated to their psychic business?
I do.
At the top of it, it was
where the
more of
fuck did he
just
come
like
from?
seeing who was answering very generically or kind of
Hey,
piggybacking
yo.
off of what.
This dude looks like the guy from fucking Lovecraft Country. Yo.
Facts.
Of where?
My dog looks
He's
like Jonathan Majors. I'm not lying.
He's definitely summoning demons.
Yeah, if anybody knows who Jonathan, or if you don't know who Jonathan Majors is, look him up. He's Thanos. Or not Thanos. Who's the fucking new guy? Galactus? I don't fucking even know anymore.
Quadrabatica or whatever the fuck. I don't fucking know.
That's not his name, but yeah, he's
Wait,
the bad guy.
Are you
Yeah,
talking about
he's
the
a
dude
fucking
plays
cock
in
ride.
Creed against Creed?
Yeah,
Last one?
yeah, that one too. He's going crazy right now. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he said he was living in a fucking Like,
Yes,
hold my
sir.
pencil
Appreciate
before
you,
those
man.
two
Thank you for
boxes.
checking in. Fresh out hip hop.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Let's go ahead and get back into it,
Everyone
man.
else was saying.
Okay, what
Definitely
makes
go
you a
check them out.
psychic? Like, what are your
Fire
gifts?
podcast over there.
Clairvoyant.
I have way too much stuff. Exorcisms.
Also specialized past life.
I take my guess back. I didn't know that
Bones,
dude was
Salmon
mediumship,
Dress said she does exorcisms. Hold
He's
on.
fake.
Pause.
Hold on, you said this guy's fake?
Yeah, I didn't.
Salmon
Nah,
Dress said
I'm
she
getting
does-
there.
she
You're
does
right. I need
exorcisms.
to level up on that. My bad. What was that, boys?
Salmon Dress said she does exorcisms. That's a red flag.
I mean, she
Bro,
understands,
that's
so
as
I
psychic as you get. What are you talking about? Pulling demons out of
Brother.
people? Like how the fuck you don't get more? You
How
don't
the
get
fuck-
more. Yeah,
Brother, she's not a priest.
He said you don't get more psychic.
Brother, she's not a priest.
well, bro, some people that get
She's
possessed aren't
psychic.
religious. Some people that aren't like some people like they get possessed by a demon. They're like, I don't really trust priests for whatever reason. You know what I mean? People might feel that way.
Yeah, they
We don't need to
bleed
get
energy.
into it. Yeah, exactly. My boy's a Notre Dame fan. He wears it on his sleeve in every fucking conversation. He's like, you get a Catholic priest, obviously. They're taking away Catholic priest jobs, and I don't appreciate it with their fucking crystals.
We gotta keep the money flowing. We gotta keep the money flowing to the church.
Hey,
brother.
man. Hey, the collection pot's always full. Cup runneth over. You feel what I'm saying? He feels what I'm
Do
Do
you
you
saying.
have
have
we got
any
that TBD.
star seeds here?
Oh, definitely right here. Somebody who is more evolved is going to know what a
She's
star
definitely a
seed
fucking
is.
psychic.
And so by identifying those that were familiar
Yeah,
with
I
that, I
apologize
knew
if-
for sure was a real psychic.
Where from?
Oh, never mind.
From
Jupiter.
Yeah. I've been to all the galaxies. I have 8 birth.
Hold up, time out. Did you hear her say she's from Jupiter?
I heard 8 different
I'm
gals.
reminded-
Sure was
Listen
a
to
real
this.
psychic.
Where from?
I'm from Jupiter.
I've been to all the galaxies. I have 8 birthmarks on my body, so those are galaxies that you're from. All right, anybody else?
I know about them, I just don't subscribe.
And you can, sir, on the end?
I that's not something I do.
At Rasmussen University, we're giving
My bad, y'all. I don't have YouTube fucking red like
It's all good.
bills. I need to borrow that fucking login, brother, when I'm doing this shit.
I've been locked in since they had it.
Not that
No, you know
Bills
it's
would
crazy.
ever share his login.
I was kind of
to be
nervous
clear.
because I was like, there's so many aspects of how
They're
someone
different,
comes
like,
to be a
other
psychic,
worlds.
and then it just
You said what?
Never mind.
He
He's a
said they're
psychic.
from like other worlds and shit.
Yeah, he said they're star seeds.
Bro, have I ever sent you fucking?
So they're aliens.
I'm gonna look up that definition. They gave us it, but now I'm kind of like, now you have me a little bit more curious as far as what a star seed exactly is, and like, am I maybe one? An incarnated extraterrestrial, a human whose soul incarnated from another planet or dimension, a human from Earth with a human extraterrestrial parent, or one with recent ET ancestry. This is crazy. How much is this shit just a thing? You know what I mean?
You know what? It's crazy that enough people really believe this shit.
Well, I'm like, what if people are just out here telling us, like, yeah, I'm an alien, I have alien parents, and we're just like, okay, yeah, or whatever. They've been telling us the whole goddamn time.
Yeah. No cap. Dude, did y'all not see the fucking
So they're
White House or Pentagon's releasing? They're like, the mothership could be in our galaxy, sending probes to the Earth. Like, bro,
In our galaxy,
What?
Man, chill with that. Yeah, chill with all that.
What are you talking
Fool.
Well, that's supposed to be Operation Bluebeam.
about? Exactly.
My God, we're getting lit right now.
Okay, Dylan. What
You
are
want to
you
make it a
doing?
conspiracy
I know.
rabbit hole?
I mean, look, I just gotta know ahead of time so I can grab the videos, brother. I'd have had Bluebeam in here instead of the fucking psychics if we would have spoke about that.
I'm just saying, brother. I mean that's what
Can
we're talking
Dylan
about
speak?
right there.
Can Dylan speak, bro?
Let Dylan speak, brother.
Sorry.
Let the
it
preacher
was
speak.
so heavy. There were so many energies.
Okay. The hell?
This is so you can vote if you want.
This is
You think Mole is on Instagram?
I don't know
why
what
the
the
beach
right
was-
slang would be to use, but we had a vampire on stage.
Yo,
Yo, we all said the same thing.
yeah. What was that, Bill?
I was about to say, when the peach shorty keeps talking, like, you know she's psychic because the psychics just do a bunch of extra fucking, her whole, like, I've been to 8 galaxies, I'm fucking,
Yeah, she said every birthmark is another planet she's from.
like, different galaxy.
Yeah, she had a wild explanation.
She
No,
looks weird.
And the confidence. You know what? That's another thing. Because I mean, if we're thinking of psychics as bullshitters, it's like the way that the confidence in which someone is able to present themselves
And convince themselves.
is probably a pretty big sell on this, and convince themselves.
Shorty is probably wild.
Okay. Deuce
man,
Andretti, hit him up on
Jesus
Twitter.
Christ.
I didn't like her energy. I felt like Brianna was trying too hard.
Okay.
Here we go. Here's Wild Shorty right here.
He knew that I wrote his name, so he made sure he wrote mine because he was threatened by me. And that's what I'm used to since I am a light worker and I do everything with a pure intent. And half of these people,
100%. She just said she's a light worker.
Yeah.
She got kicked out?
Yeah.
Yeah, they voted her ass off the vote. She said she's a light worker, brother.
I told you out of there, pussy.
Yeah, she's not a psychic. You picked her
you
for
do
what?
not do everything with a pure intent. So I was like, oh wow, of course the light worker gets shunned off first.
So when did you come into your
Classic.
gifts?
I was born with it.
Can we just be honest real quick? That's how they always do light workers. That's just classic bullshit.
I mean, yeah,
that is a standard.
The evil one.
Typical.
Vocabulary for it.
Okay. So, but also I studied. So, like, I will say, like, I did a lot of studying.
Same
So,
here.
like, I went to New Orleans. I learned how to read bones. Does anyone use
Oh
tools?
shit.
Yes.
At first, I thought that I was gonna be the person that was asking, like, doing the most interrogation. But once he started, I was like, great, because I figured it could work against a person.
Are we like part-time
Hey, I'm not gonna
psychics?
lie.
Are we full-time?
I work as a Reiki master teacher, so part of my work is
All right, Reiki, a spiritual healing art with its roots in Japanese origin, a form of energy work using spiritually guided life force energy.
She's faking.
using my psychic skills, of
Bitch, you ain't
course, but I don't
certified.
do tarot readings and all that.
One dude said, I went to school for
She
that.
did, she referenced a lot that she did Reiki.
Did you go to,
So I was like, you're not really
Thailand or
mentioning
Japan?
like other abilities. She just stuck with Reiki. And I was like, any Beverly Hills housewife does Reiki.
Do you have a spirit that you contact
That's
prior
exactly what she looked
to
like. Beverly
any
Hills
sort of
fucking psychic.
activity? Who do you?
My ancestors.
Yeah, and to be clear, doesn't that count as a psychic?
No.
Yeah. But he's one of those ones who went down on the ground and fucking did the dirty work and
He learned how to read bones.
exactly. He don't respect the bitch in the house, with the
Yeah.
crystals and clean, you gotta get down and
Yeah,
dirty.
well, yeah, she didn't get it out the mud. Oh,
I go directly to God's source.
bro, come on. Juice Andretti.
They don't see shit.
Oh my god, let's go.
Yeah. I do Papa Legba. That's sort of my main.
Hoodoo voodoo.
Oh
And how
shit.
did you come about
Okay.
doing
Now y'all do
that?
voodoo?
Was
Well,
it family?
it was no.
Boogie Man.
It's my ancestry is
Salted
very
by culture.
old. We date back in the United States to the
Hey,
1500s.
You're in
Yeah.
touch with my culture.
Milk didn't talk much in his either. He kind of just filled it in when he had to, when he was asked.
Yeah.
But when the group is talking, sometimes that girl in the blue isn't talking much. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
We
All
were
right.
French Protestants,
You're right.
and we were known as witches, heretics, mumblers, spellcasters.
Got it. Are you a magician?
In a sense, yes. I don't do magic tricks.
Black or white?
There's no such thing. There is no such thing. It depends. It's all about intent.
It is all about intent. That's a fact.
Okay. So he just got basically they just exposed her a little bit.
No, I mean it is black. There's black and white
magic.
energies, dark forces, but it's really just one force, and you're either gonna choose to do good or evil with it. So it's like
It's about the person's intent.
exactly. So
Okay,
he's
all about
Got it.
intent.
Well, if you
tool,
violate
or are
free
you-
will, that's
Yeah.
black magic. So that
Absolutely.
but call it what you want.
absolutely.
People think of light magic and dark magic, and really it's just about intent. I think they were surprised because I wasn't all light and love and my higher power.
Okay, he's definitely feminine.
I don't think you hear the noise that is happening. Look,
Brother,
so that
well, it's not me, it's him.
that's you, brother.
No, it's not me, brother. It's him.
Yeah.
Jesus
So
Christ.
this guy right here, over under 50% that this man's killed somebody before.
Yeah, which
Brother,
one?
he's
Yeah, they're doing the suit. The guy's just talking about they were surprised I wasn't all light and dark and what the fuck, bro? Like,
Yeah, he might be on that. Never mind.
nah, he's dangerous.
Do you have a spiritual practice that you use and hone in?
I'm a Reiki master teacher.
I'm certified and taught in about
That's what the
15
Reiki
different
shit
modalities.
is.
I teach psychic development. I work with children, and I do
Yeah,
Reiki
you're not a
treatments like
psychic,
men's
though.
prisons, women's
study
prisons,
psychology.
as well as just for work.
Can you show us your Daikomyo really quick?
My dialect.
What?
Daikomyo. Are you a Reiki master?
Oh,
Okay, shit. So Daiko Mayo, one of the most powerful symbols in Reiki,
Oh, she's gonna start doing some fucking Naruto jujitsu.
can be used only by Reiki masters. Now, I mean, is she a master?
yes. Which one?
Your symbol.
My symbol? Okay. Well, first I'll go with Shokure, Seiheki.
Never mind. Spelling this shit out.
Yeah, she's
Sorry,
it's
I'm like,
okay.
I'm all pressured.
But
My
my
question
question is,
is-
psychic is such an umbrella term.
I didn't really see necessarily
Yo.
the relevancy in me drawing Reiki. So
might be
that
right.
kind of made
Yo.
me feel a little bit suspicious on a more energetic level. Like, why is this person coming at me?
Now, do you guys do
Bills, you might be psychic, brother. That's the thing. Well, that's a whole nother conversation.
She's a faker.
any like distant work, or you just work with people in person?
Oh yeah, no, yeah, I do.
Yeah.
It
Because I do.
depends.
Yeah,
It depends.
right?
I
Same
have a
here.
few freezer spells at home right now.
Oh no!
Oh my God,
So
you killed
you-
somebody.
what do you do after your freezer
Who's
spell?
in the freezer?
What do I do after? I'm not going to tell you who's in the freezer. A freezer spell is a very important aspect because it slows people down. Those whom would wish negative energy upon you, you sort of write their name and you freeze them. You're physically taking their energy and making it small so they can't get out as easily. Or rather, they will leave you alone quicker.
Bro, it's hard to share a world with people like this. You feel me?
He's killing people slowly.
That's scary.
He just said he's killing
There's
people
people out
slowly.
here. Bro, there's
He's
people out here
sucking
that,
people's life force.
that are putting your name in the freezer. You feel me? Like they're writing down Goose Andretti and they're putting that bitch in the freezer. They're like, I want to make his energy fucking small.
Brother, I'm
Slow
gonna
it
find
down.
you with the
No
Draco,
wins this
brother.
year.
I'm finding you with the Drakey, brother. I promise. Get my name out that freezer. Motherfucker.
He's a character. He does a lot of like magic I wouldn't do.
I think you can,
Yeah.
like,
I
you
wouldn't
can
vote
put
him out,
blocks
though.
on people. I don't think that is, and in terms of black or white guy, I think there's so many, I learned in anthropology, there are so many racial associations
Yes.
with the word black
That's why
magic.
I can't stand it.
That
Yeah,
is so
same
bizarre.
here.
I'd never.
Yeah, it's because when you think of black magic, what do you think? You think of the bones, you think of spirits,
You think of things that are so
dark.
Turned into the Pander Fest. All right, look, YouTube Red. Go ahead, this Lux boy.
Bro, you can tell it's
Player
still live in Florida.
Well, she was so pretty, and when I first saw her, I was like, I think you're a model, not a psychic.
I noticed she started to piggyback off of what everyone else was saying, and it was kind of just like, so what do you actually do?
With her, everything kept going back to being Reiki, 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 Reiki. And I thought,
Yo.
What?
If everyone feels confident that you've already cut the mold, you can end the game now. Raise your hand if you have any doubt and would like to continue.
Yeah.
So majority wins, which means it's the end. If the lights turn green, you voted the liar out. If the lights turn red, the liar is still in the box and you lose.
Yes, sir.
I knew
Yo.
Mo was still in here.
Mole, please step forward now.
Blue got
I
too
knew
excited.
I knew it too. I felt it.
Blue
I
got
felt
too
it.
excited.
Did you feel like you knew who the mole was before you got here today?
Wait, what?
I did divination before I came here, and I actually have it written down. I was looking for.
Bro, how the fuck did the psychics not?
You guys suck.
Yo,
That's why you're all
nobody.
fake. You're all
Nobody
fake.
is like, you know what I mean? Like, now I realize why at the end they were saying, "Oh, I felt it." And he's like, "I felt it too. I knew it." Like, okay, y'all are trying to like fix it. You know what I mean? Like,
But
I'm
hold on,
never
hold on.
calling
The two
y'all.
dudes
I
who
know,
raise
right?
their
Before
hands are psychic. The other people, all of them are fake.
Not because they weren't voting the right people out either.
Yeah, but they still knew that the person was in there.
Okay, maybe they were sensitive to some of the energy.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying, they were feeling her out still.
Yeah. What Bills? What do you have to say about this, man? Nothing.
But she was really quiet. She was pretty quiet, man.
Yeah, I mean, she was. I don't know. She just looked like the perfect balance of like if I'm trying to look like a psychic, but also not look too much like a psychic. You feel what I'm saying? That's why
To be female.
I chose her as
around
the
the
person I
age
thought
25,
was
dark
the
hair, mixed race, brown eyes, hair past her shoulders, curly. I have it written down.
Can you show us?
Yeah, I can. The only thing is I put straight hair though, actually. Brown eyes, female about 25.
Damn.
So I'm not a psychic because I don't have that clear
I didn't see you down there.
ability to connect to a higher consciousness at this time because I know there's a lot of healing that I need to do in order for that to open up.
I knew your shoes. It was your shoes. I can't explain. They're fly. They're really nice. But I was just like, I just knew.
This is beautiful, but this is trying so hard.
I knew
that's what I felt.
upon arriving. I felt it, but this is why it pays to follow your intuition, kids.
My bias based on probably what the mole was wearing indicated to me that she was probably a real psychic because that's sort of how they dress. I shouldn't have let that get in my mind, but I started second guessing my own divination I had done earlier.
$100. Make it holla.
It is kind of fair to like say that
Yeah.
you know? So it's like they're already like, oh man, they're gonna have to guess and already kind of like problem solving already. So the second guessing's already it's happening already. So
Oh, definitely. Yeah, for sure. And I
even
mean,
to be a psychic, it'd be hella tough.
and the people are actively, trying to deceive you.
You.
Yeah. So this next one that I wanted to do before we get into like some of the more debate kind of content
Let's get into the real shit. Let's get into the grimy shit. Let's get into the clickbait. You know what I mean?
Get into the clickbait.
Let's go ahead and get into the heavy stuff.
Orgasm.
I've
orgasmed. I've orgasmed. I've orgasmed. I've orgasmed. I've orgasmed.
I pull up a bunch of women lying. Not playing.
So I'll start with kind of like my ish.
I'm so sorry, Shorty.
She's the mole.
All right, so right off the bat, which one of these women do you think have never orgasmed?
She has not gotten
the one in the white top.
No pussy has given.
Yeah, her posture. Her posture. Honestly, there's a few of them that got some crazy posture. This one, the pink shirt. What the fuck? She looks like Slender Man.
She's probably a churchgoer. If she says, if the pink says she goes to church, and her dad's a pastor, she's got her backbone out plenty of time.
Okay, but look, if you win this, so if you fool everybody, then you win money. So the one to the left, I don't know, she's dressing, she's trying to make it look like she's had mad orgasms. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm kind of suspect.
Which one?
The one with the yellow shirt. I'm like, yo, why you got your whole shoulders out? You know what I mean? You knew you were coming to it. You knew you were coming to do a video. You feel me?
Bro, she definitely.
It's just crazy that you had like more attractive women in the other video than you do. They made this really difficult.
The witches.
Like, which one has orgasm? That's interesting. All
they're talking about.
Like, they struggle to get some cock.
Yeah,
for being honest.
Like not by sex. Like if it could just be by themselves, I guess.
Well, honestly, I don't know if they made that distinction. I haven't watched any of these videos. I only put them on and then I download them.
If it's off of pure self pleasure,
then
I only see the blonde bitch in the middle not doing it.
Well, you see, I think it might be a religious thing or something like that. I think dudes are kind of onto something.
I want to do Ling Ling for 5,000, all the way to the right. Kim Possible,
dude.
You think the one that's fucking dressed like a fucking streetwalker from Reno 911?
Yes, I think
is the virgin or not virgin, but when it hasn't had orgasm.
She's pure.
Yo, but okay, maybe we're thinking about it wrong. What if it's like one of these ladies? It's like, yeah, I've never had an orgasm because I just peg dudes.
Yeah, she's pure. Yeah, definitely.
Bruh.
No, that's not what I said. I didn't say pure.
She's got bruised knees, so you know she's doing something else, brother. So, you know.
All right. Well, here, before we get too far into it, I'm gonna say I don't know. Green pants is giving me vibes. Let's go.
I kind of like stayed away from sex for a while, but then I went to college, had that college experience. It's kind of progressed a lot from there.
Was it your first orgasm in general or with someone else?
With someone else.
For me personally, I was never really concerned with like.
What was that?
She was asking that question. She's like, by yourself or with someone
I
else?
like how these women are pressing each other on like, how many have you had in you at once? What? Oh, hey, yo, shorty,
Have
chill.
you ever got a train ran on you? You said you were in college.
Well, and also we're about to get a peek into what women are like what questions they would ask that would be like indicators that you've orgasmed before.
Yeah,
That is fair. They're also politically correct on camera too, so it's not.
Sometimes on Jubilees, I would say, yeah, for quite a bit. But either way, let's get into it.
Dating or a relationship, and then I met this guy in class, and our first hookup like did not go as planned, as I feel like it never does. Yeah. Then I like came out to California and I started like dating, and I think that's when like I had my first.
Yo, chill. They're about to all tell. She's like the first time I fucked him, nothing happened. But then I came out to California and I was squirting all over the place. like what the fuck? This shit is disgusting. Like I said, I didn't watch the video. I didn't think about that. They're literally gonna all sit here and describe like, yo, this is the time I orgasmed all over the place. Oh, okay, bet, cool.
Nice.
No, it's not even.
Nice.
It's not even like worth thinking about.
I'm gonna try to
They're all
remember.
ugly. You know?
Congratulations. Oh, well, we're not thinking about it like that. You fucking sicko. Jesus.
Hey, let's remember these stories so when the mole comes out, we're like, how the fuck you make that up?
Oh, true. You're a
having
sick.
to listen to these fucking disgusting, fucking nasty stories.
Okay, yeah, it is kind of fucking.
I think it's gonna be honestly a religious thing. I think you're right. Yeah, green pants. I don't know, because she's a little out here, but she's not like fully committed. She might be somebody that's a little religious and was like, I think this is how whores dress.
Hey, bro,
Not really. You know what I mean? That's pretty chill. What?
All thick chicks is playing with themselves. It's a fact.
I feel like there were times where like you fake it because like you know you might love him or you might not love him, and it's like let me just do what I can in this moment.
There was something just sus about her. She's too sweet to be able to like.
Look, go ahead and fake it so I can get on with my fucking evening. All right.
You know,
Is everybody else
she's
with
probably
me?
giving up. She's giving up the push.
Yeah,
she's giving up the push.
Yeah.
Say her piece in bed. I didn't finish because of a partner until I realized I was lesbian. So I was just like with guy after guy after guy, and I was like, why isn't this working? Something's just not clicking, and I definitely.
No, it's working, baby. You just don't know it's working.
Yeah. And honestly, I'm not trying to give the other side too much credit here, but I'm just saying, like, a lesbian, I mean, they're just eating, they're just eating the pussy, basically. This bitch is definitely orgasm.
So basically a placebo effect.
They got one move, and to be honest with you, though, it is the move. So I'm gonna say, Mia, I guarantee Mia has. Look at her face right there. Where's Paul's? Like, yeah, no, I definitely, I'd be busting nuts.
Yeah.
Oh, I just thought about that one time.
All right.
I thought it was like something about me or my body. Like I thought I was being
was.
difficult. And then I was
Definitely
like,
your fault.
oh, it's not a me thing like at all.
Yeah. 4 years ago was when I got sexually active, and
Okay, so Itasha,
You're a liar.
yeah.
You're a liar.
Something tells me her mother was not playing with any of that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure she wasn't able to have the experiences that most people have when they're growing up and type of shit. Like Tasha, you're locked up.
Her dad was selling her off to the highest guy with farms.
Okay, so let's make it bigger. Okay, so Deuce Andretti. Just to be clear. All right, let's get back to the video.
my first time also was terrible. It was at this situationship.
Wait, so when did you have your first orgasm?
With a partner would be 4 years ago when I was in that situationship.
She kind of looks like the lady that's going to tell me, like, dead ass to my face that she never orgasmed either. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing you have to take into consideration.
Hey, this story's kind of weak.
What female's going to be bold enough to stand in front of you for real and just tell you, yeah, nobody's ever made me climax in my 30 years. Okay, golly, bitch, what I'm supposed to do then?
Hold on, brother. Hold on. Am I the only one that saw that?
Baby, what up? What's up? Share it, bitch. That's what we're doing here. This is commentary. What the fuck you doing?
Hold on. When she turned sideways, bro.
Okay, we're not gonna body shame her.
Oh, like even though it
Brother,
was like,
listen,
yeah, that
there's
first
no
like
way
we
she's
still
a
had, but we
virgin.
still, yeah.
You got a donk.
They're not
There's
saying
no way she's a virgin, brother.
they're not
There's
saying
no
they're
way.
virgins, brother.
Okay, yeah, she's definitely across my list. Yeah, she got her backbone out of these.
You know what? Now that you said that, my brain.
There's no way, bro.
Yeah, think about it differently.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, you think? Shoot, I wish I stopped after. You wish you
Uh,
could have lived.
I didn't have my first orgasm with a partner till I was like 21.
Yo, what's up,
I feel
Karen?
like that goes into a lot of sex education and being taught like
Gotta come
sex
from
is
this,
for
y'all.
like
Definitely go check
babies
out
and
Cameron's
not
channel.
to achieve orgasm.
Got a great
But
content. We're
it
gonna try to collaborate with them in Orlando.
I know, it keeps happening.
I would say the first time I actually orgasmed with a partner,
By the way, Cameron, just to bring you up to speed, brother. We're watching this video. So, like 6 of these ladies have experienced orgasms. One of them is lying. We're trying to figure out which one's lying right now. Bringing everybody up to speed. Like, share, subscribe, show some love, man. Get us up to that 500 subs where we're trying to get to. But yeah, I want to bring everybody up to speed. We're looking at
Blondie knows how to
Get us to 10,000 subs.
for real.
Subscribe.
Let's go.
Yes,
We need 5,000 likes on this video.
somebody gave me some advice to incrementally do it, but then you know what I mean, just go big or go home, I guess. Yeah, 10,000.
10,000.
Yeah. All right, let's get to it.
It was just kind of funny because I didn't think I was gonna lose it until I like got married. I'm like 3rd generation, like hyper religious family, so church girls.
I love purity ring and everything.
Like it was rough.
She was like giving me like young, innocent vibes.
Just off of like initial stories, I felt like hers was the most vague.
Something she said threw off my gaydar. I'm usually really good at detecting women who go both ways, so that was a surprise.
Yo, she not only saying, she say she double, she accused her of a double lie.
Bro, she said gaydar.
You're lying about your sexuality and you're lying about you busting this nut right here. Or that you have it.
The girl said she got her backbone out. She said she was getting her backbone out. Like,
well, no, the lesbian chick. But she's saying like she's lying about that and she's never had her back blown out. You actually bring up another interesting point. These ladies are voting on, they're looking at each other and they're saying, I don't think you've ever had your back blown out.
You've never had good dick, bitch.
You never had good strap. Like,
oh my God.
Wow.
Wow.
Really?
Oh, bye, Mia.
Bye. Just based off of the first initial take, it's kind of hard to relate to my story, or it seems very like fantastical or weird.
Bro, they got that strap that never runs out of gas. You feel what I'm saying? This bitch definitely has fucking popped one off. I'm sorry, that was a stupid ass move, but whatever.
So it kind of makes sense.
I have a question. What was your best sexual experience?
Sexual experience or best orgasm?
Ooh. I would say I like saying like experience.
You want to share first?
What is the difference, chat? Let me know if there's any ladies out there that want to talk about their orgasm in the chat.
That's okay.
Sexual experience.
Atasha might just got put back on the board with that experience. Shit. You don't talk like that when you get your back blown out. You get a little naughty. You get a little nasty.
I'm thinking Haley definitely had her back blown out around tax season every single year. You feel what I'm saying?
Every year. She looked like she lived not too far from MLK.
Religiously. You know what I'm saying? Religiously.
She was going to the hall. You know what I'm talking about? Like,
Haley might be getting her back blown out right about now. It's her season right now. It's
look at her. She looked like she get a nice silk press. She looked like she got a wig on or some extensions. Yeah, she definitely.
Sure.
Yeah,
I would say actually recently I went for my friend's birthday.
Fun.
And we went out to a bar. That was my first time going home with somebody.
Oh, wow.
And I think that was my favorite for
animal.
sure, just because the
Fucking
spontaneity of it. And the guy was older, so he just really knew what he was doing.
Yeah. Okay. I feel like mine isn't.
Yeah, she's so full of shit.
We got any? So where are we at with it?
Natasha, you're back. You're number one. You're the number one prospect.
Like best one to go off of, but it was the best experience for me.
Natasha?
I was on my period, so maybe TMI, I don't know.
No.
But there was just something about her. I was like, I don't care, you don't care, and then it just happened, and I was like,
That's hot. Yeah.
ugly face every day.
Yeah, the guys are there like, like we need to stop.
God, this is how they
She's
talk
a
about each
lesbian.
other? Fucking disgusting.
She's a she's a lesbian, brother.
Women, so hold on.
What
So,
are you doing on your
when women
period?
get together, they just talk like pornographically like this, son. Like it's just like
women talk about sexual shit all the time.
Oh,
but what
man.
I'm saying is, she just said she was on her period. That's gross. Like, what are you doing as a lesbian on your period? Like
The lesbians are earning their Red Wings too, brother.
with their tongues.
Go Detroit.
With their tongues, brother.
Brother, they get the job
They must
done.
be hitting them with the strap. It's got to be the strap.
No, you're fucking disgusting.
I've had
Billy.
multiple experiences years back with older men, like mid-30s to 40s. There was one experience, it
They
was
have
just
blood in
like,
their gums.
it wasn't planned, like it
Yes.
was just in the moment, and like he just knew what he was doing, and it's like the like, you know, like grabbing me and like just like, yes. I've been in theater.
She's full of
It doesn't
shit.
feel convincing to me.
I think for me was actually like a guy that I just met in college. Me and my friends always make the joke, like if they ask me where I'm going, like, oh, I'm gonna go see Rocket Ship, because that's what I called him. Like that's what it felt like. In that moment when you've never had an orgasm and it happens, I just feel like it's like
You ever call me Rocket Ship on a fucking social platform? You better put my name. Like it better be my.
Yeah,
it better
you
be
attach
the
my
my
name
shit.
to that. So
Yeah.
hey,
You better announce me like a fucking UFC champion. It better be James Rocket Ship. Blank. You feel me?
yeah, you gotta go ahead and drop my Instagram after that, my Twitter, shorties. You know
Yeah,
what I
for
mean? Go
sure.
ahead, get that
stars.
love.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like to me. So
For me, this threesome I had with the well-known guy and his girlfriend, he had like a playlist like Drake and The Weeknd, and like it was just, you know, it's a lot of like sexual tension in one space.
That's like the main part of it. I feel like it's not just like
Time out.
specifically the sex.
Yeah.
Time out.
You better not come listening to another man's voice. Straight up.
Time out.
You better hold that shit in until the fucking
You're
song
in a
ends.
threesome at that. Like no.
Well, the well-known guy.
Yeah, Rachie had to drop that.
Shorty, your tax season material, but you're not threesome material. Shorty.
Hey, yeah, you know what? That's so true
I'm
because
gonna be
the
honest
threesome
with
is
you.
honestly cool enough. You ain't gotta say
No, she's letting you know how long that fucking tax season money is. She's fucking taking care of a couple. She said, "No, you can keep your year-round thing. Keep your year-round thing. It's okay. Yeah, you don't have to duck off. You know what I'm saying? She got that long check.
Hey, how much?
Yeah. Either way, but
Oh man, she
Bill's
probably
ready, man.
She probably got 4 kids. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for
10
sure.
10 bands, 10, 20 bands. Yeah.
Sitting lovely.
Mm-hmm. She
Yes,
probably
sir.
got
The
45,000
experience
right
of
there.
it, because me specifically, like
Christmas
I'm not
time
gonna
for her.
come like just from like.
Well, that's
you
what I
know?
was gonna say is like I wouldn't say it was like the best sex of my life, but when
wonder
I
if
think
these
like
bitches are getting
sexual
turned on.
experience, that's the first one because there was such a mood, and of course like since I'm like the guest star, I'm like extra paid attention to.
Yeah.
So I was like doing things. I was on like my head doing like a handstand.
Golly, she's getting
it
her
was
throat pounded.
crazy.
So with that in mind, like
She was
what
not.
does an orgasm?
Yo, they're
She's
wild.
not on a handstand. She's a fucking liar. Handstand? You kidding me?
They should do another. The next one of these should be. We got six fathers here. One of them is not going to kill themselves after watching this video. Here it goes.
Brother, the only way you do a handstand is use a hard.
Oh my god.
She just said I was on my back with my like. Golly, like I don't ever want to hear that shit. I don't care. Like
Everybody shot the TV.
Brother, she said she was in a handstand. Brother, she would need a harness.
Yo, that's nuts. Yeah, no, she's wilding for sure. Yeah, I believe her. I believe her.
Actually feel like tea because I said it feels like a rocket ship, like a spaceship.
Honestly, like for me, your body like tenses up. How I kind of feels like melting. So
Nah, generic. She's generic right now.
Get her out of here.
Storytelling.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, nah, she's the one. These other bitches went ahead and went into detail, so they were on their fucking back in a handstand. You know what I mean? Like,
Look at the
she was in
blonde.
the coat closet getting her ass ate.
Look at the blonde right now. The blonde look like a psychopath.
Oh yeah, she's dissecting her right now. She's like, bitch, don't get in between me and this bread.
sometimes, but then sometimes like if you change the momentum and it's slow, it feels like butterflies and bubble. You know what I mean? I feel like every orgasm to me is like definitely different.
Oh,
One way of putting it is like I feel like I'm gonna pee. Like I have to focus. Like I have to like make it happen. Otherwise, like if I stop thinking.
What was that?
She's not lying. That's how bitches squirt. She'd be like, I'm
All
about to
right,
pee. It's
well,
like, it's all right,
can we
bitch.
just address that? We can address the elephant in the room.
What's that?
These bitches ain't getting no good dick. Let's just say that right now.
Well, what the fuck?
They're
Some
struggling.
of them are saying they're getting rocket ships shoved up, and I'm like, come on, man. They don't speak for them.
Well, Jada's obviously she's over there dealing with the stallion.
She's the exception.
Little nigga shooting her up. You know what I mean? Good. Thank God for birth control.
Yeah, for sure she be cooked.
But the rest of these females, this one says I have to focus on it. If I don't think, oh god damn, shorty, what's going on? You can't just let that thing come. Should run like the Red River. You know what I'm saying? Like, geez, what we doing?
Run like the
Other
Red
girl,
River, brother? That's
other
the
girl
fucking.
saying she's getting
That's the
eaten
color
out
you
on
chose.
fucking her period.
All right, let's go.
Thinking about it,
What the fuck?
then it doesn't. I'm the same. I've heard some people like say that who aren't like really experienced sexually. So I was like, maybe she's just trying to go off like internet resources.
I feel like I honestly blank out. I feel like it's one of
It's an out of body experience.
I know everyone says it like is white hot, but I just blank out. I feel like it's just like one of the few times I can really like let go and just be present because my brain is just always going on.
So it depends. If it's the first organ, because I have this thing where like once I come, I can like keep coming like 10 times.
These are someone's mothers. This is just sick.
Yeah, a mother and a father put the fucking barrel in their mouth tonight. Fucking watching this bitch speak. Because good God.
She's probably about to talk about how she fucking sucks cock right here. I can tell.
She said everybody else told their story. She comes on and says, well, it depends if you're talking about the first or like the sixth time that you come. Like, what, bitch?
You're
nasty.
like,
oh my God. She's like, after you pop a leak in me, I can't stop.
Like in a row.
Ooh,
I've had
God.
orgasms where it's just like yours, where it's like I really had to like concentrate to get there, and then others where I'm like, I'm like, oh my God, I had to listen to Celine Dion out there. I was having a moment.
You're all fucking live.
Her skin felt moisturized
All right,
through the day.
That make get the proper. Get the proper baby lotion.
Very.
Oh, I think they might have voted her out. Maybe not.
Her recollection of her orgasm, it felt very like by the book.
Official.
I was like, it's Sarah, Jada, but then Jada was like, oh, I call my guy Rocket Man.
All right, so
You
Jada's-
only give
yeah,
nicknames to
decide
some
who
good.
gets out.
Oh.
What'd you say, Bills?
I thought Jada was about to decide. Who did she vote for?
Oh.
I think I said something about it taking so long for me to get there with a partner. And then when I said church girl, I was like, maybe I shouldn't have said that.
If you think the mole is still in the box and you'd wish to play the game, please raise your hand at this time.
Wait, I have a question. When did it come to the understanding, or if you always had it, where an orgasm is about both people?
I would say in college, because I, like you, I wasn't really into it sexually. That's when I was interested in learning about other people, especially. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
After I left my 4-year relationship, he had told me like, oh, no one's ever gonna love you. Like, no one's ever gonna wanna have sex with you again. Like, literally those words. And every partner after that, I've been like focused on that. Like, it's
has made me come.
never been about me. It's always been about how can I please them. I was thinking, okay, well, maybe she switched tactics and that's what really brings her pleasure, is bringing other people pleasure. I was never really a sexual person anyway. Like, I had the purity ring. I was saving myself for marriage.
My answers were around church. I was raised like super Catholic. And so for me, it didn't even really conceive in my head that like, oh, this is for women too, because everything is so like serving for the man, cooking, cleaning for the man, having a household for the man. I didn't even literally start like thinking like, I want to come too, till I was like 21. And that was like our cultural influences and women talking about sex and being more open.
It's for both people. It's not just like me giving all to you, because I'm like, what am I here for?
I have a question. So how did you feel the first time someone was able to get you there? Like, especially because it sounds like a lot of us had religious backgrounds. Like, because I know the first time I felt it took me a second to feel okay.
Yeah.
And like, I remember during the whole process just feeling like I was being watched. Like, I have a lot of like deceased loved ones too. So like, just feeling like they were watching me.
Am I doing something bad?
Nonsense.
Your ancestors were.
Get her out of here.
She had a Black Panther experience.
Someone should have fucking put a double tap
She
in her
took the
back 2
fucking-
seconds ago.
She took the fucking juice and started speaking to her fucking ancestors after busting one. I don't believe her, man. I think she just
shoulda
watched
gave
Black
her the
Panther the night
fucking
before
hook.
this. What was that?
They should have gave her the fucking hook immediately.
Mm.
As soon as she opened her mouth and started talking, this bitch is a liar.
I'd be surprised if
She's
Sarah's
a
busting
fucking
nuts.
liar. Get her out of
Yeah,
here. And no one voted for her the last time too, which is interesting. That's what.
Yeah, I think she's laying low.
Honestly. That's what's like put in your mind.
It
about,
is.
Like,
Like mentally what you go through.
Then later on, it's like, shoot, they can watch what they want to.
One of the
Yep,
things
get her
was
outta
the
here.
white shirt. I don't know. When I think of white, I think of purity. She also said something about how she wanted to save herself for marriage. She had a purity ring. So I'm like, if you add all those things together.
Felt like she was kind of like talking a little too much and trying to explain her story to where we believed it.
Yeah, Sarah, get out.
Natasha's definitely
What?
the fucking mole.
Okay.
I believe she
felt
has.
like
I just don't think it's
was
No, I
very
think that-
authentic
think
with
she
my
was slut.
story. I think I
She was
talked a
slut,
little
for
more
sure.
about my past experience with my Christianity, plus the white shirt. I think they kind of went for that too.
If the lights turn green, that
I'm
means
trying
that
to tell
you have
you,
all
bro.
voted the
Church
mole
girls
out
are the fucking-
and you win.
All right.
If the lights turn red, that means the mole is still in the box and you all lose. In 3,
Oh shit, what is it?
2,
It's green.
1.
I knew it!
Oh, no!
Will the mole please step forward?
Yeah, it's gotta be
In
green.
3,
Natasha's dirty ass.
2, 1.
Look like she don't bathe.
I knew it! I knew it!
Shut up!
She don't know how to fuck fly.
No, not you! I like to think I had intuition. When the light turned red and there was 3 of us, I was like, I knew it was Jada! And it wasn't!
I have never come from someone else giving that to me. I enjoy sex all the time. Nobody has really taken the time to learn how to make me come, I guess. So I love talking about sex.
Well, that last father just put the barrel right in his fucking mouth.
Yeah, he gave himself a fucking double tap to the chin for sure.
Because I
Made
think that
sure he
there's
finished
this
the
narrative
job.
that everybody should be able to come just, and I don't. And I still have fun and I still learn a lot about myself.
Wow, you got us good.
I was nervous.
Never would have guessed.
My biggest goals today was to use my authentic experiences without inherently lying.
Probably should have paid more attention to her. Yeah, that's a woman that gets what she wants, and she did. Dang it.
I wanted to come here today to show that sex is just so different for everybody, and you just have to.
Yeah.
Oh, there's that.
I'm glad we made it through that. I almost threw up at the end, but it's all right.
You didn't enjoy that, brother?
No, it was gross listening to the fucking talk. It's absolutely disgusting.
Well, all right,
That
look.
was bad. It's not enthused about that.
Pick a number between 1 and 4.
3.
Oh, 7. God's number.
High sex. That's why we're having the.
No, I am pro-sex. I am not ashamed.
Because if you're pro-sex, you're pro-pornography.
That's by your definition.
Well, that's exactly right. That's why we're going to agree to disagree.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
So like someone squeezing his throat.
This is anti-porn versus pro-porn.
I don't even know what I'm on.
You said what?
I don't know what side I'm on.
That's interesting. I'm not really sure I know what side I'm on either.
Hi, I'm Duck, and I'm a human rights activist and pro-porn.
Hi, I'm Abigail, and I'm an aspiring physician, and I'm pro-porn.
Hi, I'm Riley. I'm an adult performer, and I'm pro-porn.
Hi, my name is JK.
No, you're not.
I am
Riley,
a porn
Riley,
addiction
you're not
recovery
an
coach,
adult.
and I'm passionate about helping men who struggle with.
Billy want to look her up. Me too. I'm not gonna lie.
What's Riley's last name, right? I guess she's definitely on Pornhub.
Check the bio. Everybody check the bio, man. If y'all want to see Riley's last name, we're gonna try to figure that out.
We're gonna drop her link.
Or drop it in the comments, because you know what I mean. I think we all want to check Riley's message out.
I just want to put that out there. I do not want to check Riley out at all. Not one bit.
It's funny because I realized that you said you're against porn now. When you first said it, I thought you said I'm addicted to porn. That's what you said.
No. I said
that's what you said.
No, it's not sexual
behavior. Hi, my name is Maria. I run a youth organization, and we educate on this issue.
My name is Nicole. I'm 21 years old. I'm headed to law school next year. I have been a first-hand witness of the devastating effects porn can have in personal relationships.
Can I have my anti-porn people on the left and my pro-porn people on the right, please? I have watched porn.
Everybody.
All right, guys. What's your answer on this prompt?
Of course.
People pro porn and she ain't watched it.
Deuce Andretti, brother, you gonna answer that?
What?
The question is, I have watched porn.
Yes, I have.
Okay, just want to get that on the record for our children in the future. Me as well.
Don't do it, kids.
Porn might not exist for them.
I've watched porn in the past, and I think I've watched more than my fair share of it, to the point that it changed my life. Right now, I don't, because I'm at a point where...
You don't start comparing stripes, bro. Don't get with me. You don't want to go back and forth comparing stripes with me. You feel what I'm saying?
Fucking cock ride. Cut the dreads, brother. Look, your shit's receding. The alopecia's kicking in.
It's been a decade. Won't be going back to it.
I watch porn. I also produce porn. What a great medium to use to help to explain to people different.
My dog's name is Buck Angel. What the fuck? Why do we get his first and last?
I'm interested in this dude. I want to know his background. First off, his name seems made up, so that gives me some speculation into his background.
That's his porn.
I know. I mean, no, man. I want to know what kind of porn he goes. What his classification of porn is.
Well, what do you mean?
What category would he be under?
Okay, hold on. Say what your question is.
There's some shit going on here, buddy. I don't know, man. We gotta look into this right here.
You're not gonna say what you're trying to insinuate?
Nah.
Come on, bro.
Brother, we're gonna let it roll.
All right, pussy. That's pussy, though. That's pussy. Brother, this is Sit and Politic before the sponsors, brother. We can say it. What do you think?
Brother, we already got
I think he's saying he produces gay porn.
We already got one strike, brother. Yeah. We already got one strike. I ain't trying to get us another one. We gotta wait a little bit.
All right, well, let's see what he's talking about.
Kinds of bodies, different kinds of sexualities, different ways that people fantasize about things in a healthy manner.
Different bodies.
I started off watching porn as young as 12 out of curiosity. And eventually it led to my sexual exploration.
Are you ready to place your bets?
Yeah, I see what's going on with Buck Angel already. I figured him out. Well, them.
Hey, y'all see that chick in the far left corner?
And loving my body. So I watch porn on a daily basis to, satisfy myself.
Hey
guys.
I'm sorry we split that up. Did you hear the girl right? You hear the woman right here in the middle? She was over here. The fucking physician's like, yes, I please myself every single day.
She said that?
I mean, yeah, she said that.
So why the fuck does she doesn't watch porn though? So what does she fucking do?
No, she does. Everybody on the right is pro porn. Everybody on the left is not pro porn. So I guess this lady that's coming up right now is saying that she's never watched porn.
Yeah.
Which so this same channel, this is also Jubilee. So this same channel should make all the women from the last fucking video watch what this fucking hero has done. How she's protected the honor of her father. It stayed in the back and chose to be strong. It chose to be an individual. Chose to care about somebody other than herself. Truly a selfless act. Truly a selfless act. So is this the girl all the way to the left that you were talking about, Bills?
Yeah.
Virgin Mary.
Just whenever they kept cutting fucking camera angles, you just see her like standing there in the cut, just fucking.
I think she I think she actually is like, she might have experienced revenge porn or something from what she said at the beginning. She said that she's experienced the negative effects of porn addiction.
I bet her husband was addicted to beating his shit and she didn't like it.
Probably so, or something like that.
The pussy ain't hidden for nothing. That's why.
I don't watch porn. It's not like I don't think about sex or anything like that, but that's just something I've only seen cause destruction in the relationships that I've been close to.
I'm sorry to keep pausing this, but
pussy ain't hidden for nothing. I told you.
No, her answers are beautiful. I love that she's like, it's not that I don't think about it sometimes. I just know her father's just sitting there smiling. Girl.
Poor girl, she needs to fucking invest in lubricant. That shit down is.
Don't you think they already had a problem before the pornography?
Sure. Yeah.
So do you think the pornography just pushed it forward and made the situation worse?
I don't think it's the cause. I think it's a symptom of the cause. It certainly pushed forward into issues of deceit, of mistrust,
multiplier,
and broken relationships that certainly weren't helped by an exposure to pornography.
But what if you saw a healthy relationship around pornography? Would that change your mind?
I think amazing relationship is subjective.
Of course.
I think you could also direct that to me.
Yeah.
The thing is, professionally, I've just never seen it. We do have cases where they thought they were open to it, and one of them just got addicted to it.
What is addiction?
Addiction is when it starts interfering with other aspects of your life, when it interferes with your career, when it interferes with your finances, when it interferes with your erection. I couldn't masturbate for years unless I was viewing pornography.
Do you think shame has something to do with the reason why people feel that they get addicted? I get shamed all the time for my career.
Hey, I'm asking my boy something personal real quick.
Uh-oh.
You guys need pornography to bust in that?
Oh, hell no.
Billy's like, I look at it. It's get fucking hard. No, me either, by the way. But that's interesting. I didn't even think. Like,
I don't mean it's easy, but
I'm just fucking with you. I'm just fucking with you.
No, that was funny.
What about you?
What'd you say?
I said, do you need pornography to masturbate and bust a nut?
No.
Okay. Yeah, little shit. Your shit died. Is that what? Pathetic. Okay. So all right. Well, so I guess that has something to do with the porn addiction thing. That's why I ask. Because that guy, the guy in the middle, said
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I said no though. Yeah, no.
I heard you. Can you hear? You can hear us fine?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm gravy.
Okay. Yeah, you're not having any feedback or anything. I just got we only got to watch one more. I got more videos. You guys just let me know whenever you're tired or whatever.
No, we can keep it rolling, brother. I'm good.
Yeah, we
These bitches will be charged in like 10 minutes.
Okay, we're vibing. It's all good. Okay. Well, either way, I'll get this popping back off. But the guy in the middle said that he needed pornography to masturbate. So I thought that was interesting. There is a movie that I watched a while ago. This is like several years ago, where it was kind of about porn addiction, I guess. And it had the dude Joseph Gordon-Levitt in it, guy from Inception and shit. But in that movie where he was addicted to porn, that was the same thing. He couldn't masturbate without watching porn, and that was part of it. So I was wondering. I didn't never.
That is a little interesting, brother.
It's weird. Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess I shouldn't say weird, but it is odd. Let's get back into it.
But what I believe is that people have created this idea that pornography is negative, pornography is bad. People use these to blame or springboards to say, well, he used alcohol and he watched pornography, so that must be the reason.
If that wasn't there, if porn wasn't there, the relationship could be saved. High-speed internet pornography, in my opinion, escalates the decline of any relationship.
Porn has directly affected my sex life.
I mean, yeah.
This black guy is really a pussy.
He's a fucking stickler.
I developed a sense of entitlement towards certain sexual acts.
I fucking tagged Gerardo's, that Mexican soda.
Yeah.
They fucking watched my story.
Oh, hell yeah.
I told them to sponsor me, bitch.
Get the sponsor, Bills.
That's what I'm saying. We need that for the fucking YouTube.
Secure that fucking bag, Bills. I like what you're doing over there.
Lock in, brother. Get
the Instagram streets heavy.
We'll throw them shits up heavy.
And we should be going y'all should be going live on your Instagram right now through StreamYard, and then y'all could have the same fucking broadcast that I'm doing right now. You feel what I'm saying? Next time we should definitely do that.
Yeah, you're gonna have to show me how to finesse that bagel For sure.
All right, I'll show you for sure. I'll see. I'm gonna see you tomorrow. Try to remind me. All right, let's go.
I expected that a woman in a relationship with me should be willing to give blowjobs or should want to have anal sex. And
whenever I want it.
These things came
he's a
before
cock ride.
what
He's a tool. Look at this
she
guy.
actually enjoyed.
This guy's a
It
fucking
caused
predator.
the women a lot of pain.
He's fucking
It caused
raping
them
women.
to
Like,
look at
what
their
are we
bodies
saying?
and go like, well, he likes me for everything else, but like he's totally
My
not
asshole.
into it, or he's not with me when we're having sex because he's somewhere else imagining that. All of that, when I measured it and I look back, it just
just don't
came
give good sex.
back
That's
to
the
porn.
problem.
Yeah, have y'all ever been having sex and be like, oh fuck yeah, Bella Danger? Fire.
No.
Me either. I don't know. It's odd. I mean, for me,
He's a fucking weirdo.
there's a clear separation, but I could see how.
I'm selfish as fuck. I'm in it for my nut. I'm like, I'm in this bit.
So if it would benefit you, then all of a sudden, yeah, you do got your eyes closed, and you're like, yeah, Phoenix Marie, give me that pussy.
I'm just
dominate me.
I'm just gonna make it happen.
Brother, back in the day, man, if
By
the
all
pussy
means.
wasn't hidden for nothing, then you got to top me off till I nut, and then that's just that. Like,
I could not
need to hear your
have
demands,
sex or
brother.
maintain an erection unless I was imagining a scene from some porn that I watched 3 months ago. And sadly, I'm not the only
He gets
one.
no pussy. I'm
It
on-
took
I'm pretty-
so
I'm pretty
long. In
positive.
fact, for me, it took 18 months, and this involved a lot of work to know that it takes 18 months of journaling before I could have a regular sex life again.
This man is
I think
nuts.
there's a way that we as pornographers
Yeah, no, he is a pussy. I think we have a unanimous panel here. If you have to journal 18 months after stopping watching porn to like catch a normal nut, you're something wrong with your fucking brain.
Bro,
chemistry.
do you see how he's breaking?
Dude, he's not getting pussy. That's his problem. He doesn't get laid.
I know he's just jerking this shit too damn much.
Yeah, brother. He's just sitting there fucking whacking his meat all the time in the corner of his fucking work office. You know what I'm saying? Like, fucking brother, like, put the
Get out your
magazine
cubicle,
down.
my guy.
Like, put those
creators
fucking nudies
could
out.
create content that would help them.
It's noble. I wish that years ago, I tried to believe that. But once I realized how big the porn industry machine is, I just realized that is not going to be the solution. I'm yet to meet a client who told me like, yeah, JK, I downgraded my porn to missionary. I started watching vanilla stuff. No, because it no longer starts with the vanilla stuff, and you all know that.
I will 100% agree with you. There is bad pornography. I will 100%. But that said,
Yo, so for me, I feel like I'm not gonna say the porn that I've watched is like healthy, because like I said, I can see how pornography has affected like how we're intimate with one another, but I don't know that I've watched anything where I'm like, yo, this is some dangerous shit. I don't watch people get shit or pissed on. I know that exists and some people do escalate to that, but I think this guy is fucking nuts. You can just kind of like live in that area where it's like, hey, look, I am watching normal porn, and that is, enough to bust a nut.
I wonder what kind of porn he's talking about. Like what the fuck?
Well, I think he could just be talking about like, I guess
beating the shit out of each other or something.
He was
like
a BBW type of porn
dominatrix
watcher.
type shit. Like, bruh.
the man on female type motherfucker.
Yeah, he was into the heavy shit. He sounds like he went deep.
Well, he said nobody ever like dials it back to vanilla stuff, and like for me, I would say like I don't know that I've dialed it back, but I wouldn't say like it was ever anything that was so harmful that it would be alarming. You know what I mean? Craziest shit I've ever seen is like a female have 4 different cocks in her at once, and I mean, look, that was pretty. That's pretty fucking traumatizing, I suppose. But I mean
brother,
that's as crazy as it got.
He just has some fucking issues. I mean, he needs to go see a psychologist about why his mom used to touch him as a kid or something.
Okay, all right.
It doesn't make all of it the case that it's causing people to have erectile dysfunction. Now, I'm a transgender man. So I was born a woman and I became a man. I kept my vagina. I kept my vagina for a reason, but that said,
Hey, yo. All right, so this dude got a pussy. This guy's got a pussy right now? Is that for real?
I was on to something. I do.
I knew the voice.
I do
You
it.
were so pussy though. You wouldn't fucking stand on it. I knew because I'd seen him in another video before on here where it was about trans shit.
So you do it. You were gonna say it too. So you were pussy.
No, I wanted to hear you say it. I didn't want to cheat. You were kind of like hinting at it. So I'm like, okay, we'll stand on it because you actually might be onto something. But now I don't know if you might have just thought he was gay. You might be bullshitting.
No.
Yeah, that's why you gotta stand on it. You can't pussyfoot around the shit.
Nah, brother. I wanted to see if you do, and I figured you do because you were baiting me to say it. I was like,
you had no idea this man had a pussy.
Use it within my pornography, and I use that specifically to teach the world about sexual experiences with a man like myself. And it is sex education on some level. It's also.
You're impressed with what?
Hold on. We need to just acknowledge what he just said.
I'm just impressed.
He wants to educate the world on sex with a man like him who has a vagina.
Wait. That just fucking twists my brain.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine seeing this man butt naked. So he doesn't have breasts. He doesn't have breasts, but he got a fucking.
He would look like a fucking like glitch character.
Body
I'm just so
He said, "Wait a minute, no, hey, come on, man, shut the PS5 down."
What are we doing about the 11-year-olds who can, one moment are playing Fortnite or Minecraft, and the next they are watching someone of your gender, which they have no understanding of what it is, and using that to
like run it back a little bit.
Yeah, just when he started talking.
Yeah, he's like, that's exactly what I'm talking about. I don't want my kids to see you butt ass naked, motherfucker.
And the next, they are watching someone of your gender, which they have no understanding of what it is, and using that to determine what their sexual identity is going to be. Yeah. What are the ethics of it? Is it at all costs I must educate people?
When I was 8, I never got to see anything like that. So guess what I did when I was 8? I cut my arms. I tried to commit suicide. I hated myself because I was a man with a vagina at 8 years old. That was horrifying for me. Now, if I was 8-year-old and I got to pick up my phone and I got to see me, I would be like, actually, wow, I can actually be this man. But I never got that opportunity at 8 years old. Now, I agree with you. Pornography for an 8-year-old is probably not the best thing in the world. But
probably.
Wait.
See, and there's where I mentally just check out of conversations like that.
Well, don't check out of the conversation, brother.
No, I'm mentally going to check out of that conversation because I can't speak on that without coming off like, you know what I'm saying, as just, you know, a bigot. So
wait, did I? What grade is 8?
Bro, 8 years old, dude, is like
that's like third grade.
Like that's what we're talking about. It's fucking disgusting, dude. Like you kidding me? Bro, you know what I'd do to my son if I saw him watching porn right now? I'd be like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? I'd be like, bro, what the fuck are you doing?
I would. I'd be like, what the fuck? What kind are you searching? First of all, let me see that.
Yeah.
Let me see what the search history looked like. First off, what kind of porn you looking up?
I'm trying to think. I don't know when I was like really like. I'm trying to think. Definitely 8 was not when I don't think that we should go out of our way to expose our fucking kids to porn.
No,
but
I
as
knew
far as
at
like
8, my 13-year-old cousin had a Playboy from my uncle, which was our uncle at some point, but it was just a Playboy. So at that age, I was like, holy shit, titties.
Yeah, I think I was past 10. I think I was probably like early,
like 9.
Teen. Yeah, I was like probably like
maybe 4th grade.
I'm gonna get some sushi real quick. Hold up.
You're good. I was probably like 10 or 11 though when I first saw like what you're talking about, like a magazine. But what they're talking about is much different. Like porn, how we see it now, is much different than what we were seeing in magazines where. I mean, you know, it's like it's just less real.
And
you know,
absolutely. It kind of back in the day, it was probably looked more natural. Like now, what they're doing is just wild, bro.
No, for sure, for sure. And the other stuff I think was wild for its time, and I just wonder what.
Yeah, just because it was being recorded, they're like, "What the fuck are y'all doing?"
Yeah, exactly. But like, yeah, I'm trying to think because there's a few times that they had like WWE superstar like girls, women that were in magazines. They'd get like deals. It'd be like Trish Stratus is gonna have a fucking Playboy centerfold and shit. So there's a few times I caught those. I did definitely catch those. I see that, Lobo. Ron, let us know, man. We know you didn't do those steroids, Cole. Come on, man. Drop the check.
Yeah,
You're clean, bro. You're clean. I know that. Come on.
The parents. If I had an 8-year-old, I would never let that 8-year-old have a phone or be on the internet.
So interesting. I was wanted to run over here. So interesting. I actually remember this story. In like the middle of the talk, a mom, she stood up basically and raised her hand and grabbed the mic. Her son, who was 8 years old, he had Googled sex, so he was curious. He wanted to know, like any other kid. But what he found then was porn. And I would argue that the mainstream pornography does not actually show sex, if you know what I mean. He was not so upset about like what he had seen. He was more upset about the thing that he had seen. He thought, this is what my parents do to each other in bed.
But why is he fearful? That's the...
Yo! That's crazy.
Why is he fearful? He's a fucking child, you weirdo.
Yeah, he's definitely like, why my mommy making that noise?
Well, and what they're saying is his exposure to sex was through the internet. So this kid, I guess, at this point knows that his parents have sex. So he's thinking that's what they're doing. So he's thinking like his mom.
My daddy got his foot on my mom's head.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Daddy, why
is he whipping her? Why is he whipping her?
Why is mommy's mascara all down her face?
Yeah, so I mean, that is an extreme entry point to be exposed to sex through shit like that.
Is cigarettes on her back.
Thing that I want to understand why kids are fearful of sexual interaction. I noticed in Sweden and Norway and that particular part of the world, much more open about bodies. What I thought to myself was, well, what if children on some level were taught about sex as a positive thing, as a beautiful thing, as not a...
But that's kind of I think perhaps you're missing the point of the story because he was looking for sex.
Yeah.
You know?
He was, yes.
He was.
But what he saw was not nice.
Not what exactly. But I would assume and I would guess that it was quite aggressive. I think I wanted to add on to something you were saying. You have to have some level of maturity to watch it. I remember coming across a video where a girl was masturbating with a Sharpie marker. And I thought, oh, look, she's having fun. Let me grab a Sharpie marker. Let me try this. Made absolutely no sense. I remember doing it and I remember thinking, what is this? Like, this makes no sense.
Hold on. Is this woman we need a counter for this show.
He's a doctor.
Suicide of fathers, because like when you sit here, she's sitting here on YouTube talking about she put a Sharpie up her pussy.
Her father didn't love her, obviously, brother. What are we talking about?
I don't know if it's that simple, man. I honestly don't know if it's that simple.
Sense. So me doing my research, I realized certain masturbation techniques, and then I realized, pornography isn't real. Like this is just a show.
Oh yeah, don't.
And unfortunately, not everybody has that realization, and I'm not saying that's the cause of the addiction or whatever, but there should be some level of understanding.
Level of understanding.
So
She put Sharpies in her
I
pussy.
said no to the prompt because I currently do not have a sex life, but I've definitely experienced emotional intimacy with somebody who was addicted to pornography and absolutely experienced hurt within that of him not being honest about the fact that that was something he struggled with, and that, similar to you, it sounds like, had expectations of me that I couldn't fulfill and that I didn't even know where they were coming from until a year into the relationship. So yeah, I think pornography can affect intimacy without affecting particularly a sex life.
Yeah, I agree with that, but the only part of that I disagree with her is I think that just two people can both acknowledge those influences and explore that. The exposure isn't on its own a bad thing unless it just doesn't align with your own values. Like for her, she's saying like, hey, I don't want to hang off the edge of the bed and have balls slap my chin. You know what I mean? Like that's not that's just not for her.
I used to fucking hang out with a chick like 4 or 5 years ago who loved watching porn.
There you go. So I mean, yeah, just whenever y'all just be out to dinner, she'd pull out the fucking phone, hit the sideways view.
Or
you already knew what it
we were
was.
chilling, I'd go on her phone. She's like watching. I'm like, what are you doing? It's that time, I guess. What the fuck?
Wild girl, man. Wild girl. Dude, how much battery you got, man? You good?
I'm good.
Okay, because you were just kind of moving a little slow.
My dad was calling for my brother. My phone.
I got you. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and kick this back off.
Okay.
Hey, we need Dab to get in here.
Around porn is too negative.
Did you hear that? We need Dab in the chat.
I can't find my phone, man.
I'm gonna keep it rolling.
What I see when I meet kids and youth, especially like in classrooms, is that the stigma and the kind of shame and the guilt is exactly what is kind of hindering the conversation. I'm all about like lifting that off of their shoulders to have.
Lifting her off of her shoulders.
Can y'all hear me?
You mute. Yeah. Now you can. You're on mute.
You know, the conversation be open and honest. That's why I think it's so important that this is happening, you know, that we're talking about this.
I believe the stigma should be negative. I think pornography is sinful. The reason I did come over and said it's too negative is because, especially in the church, there's the stigma of shame that comes after asking for forgiveness. I just think that there should be an easier way to move on and grow out of that experience.
So we've talked a lot about the way that stigma and consumption affects the consumer, but we haven't really talked much at all while we've been sitting here about labor and the people who make porn. And from my point of view, I see firsthand so much the way that stigma against porn affects the lives and the safety of porn performers. It is near impossible to get a decent OB/GYN. It is hard to find a mental health care professional who will not pathologize you for your choice of occupation. It leads to a well-known phenomenon, people losing their families just by virtue of what they do for a living. It's the palpable discrimination that sex workers of all kinds face because of this kind of negative stigma.
Hi. No, this was a good one to watch from the outside. This is the first moment standing there that I was able to see like, okay, wow, because I could feel it this time instead of just listening. I feel the human part, and that's why I say that the stigma hurts. That's what I see. The stigma hurts, but the stigma needs to be there because sometimes it's the only way I can get my point across.
He just said, look, I have to shame you so you understand what you're doing is
You're dirty.
Terrible.
You're not cool.
He's like, I understand. I understand. I feel the pain and I love it and I'm feeding off of it.
Yeah, so I'm gonna make you feel it. I'm gonna make you relish in that pain.
Oh shit.
So I think what you're saying is that to help the demographic that you need to help, it needs to have that stigma. But stigma in any way, shape, or form is not good for anybody. Once stigma is there, it's just going to create a negative space. I agree with it. You don't ever have to accept what I do. Only thing I ask for is respect, and respect means no stigma.
While I would
Fuck you.
maybe not give you exactly what you want
You
as
have a
respect
pussy.
for your profession, I absolutely and I think that your opinions, wrong, are you have the right to have that opinion.
Our society needs better sex education.
Woo.
Don't just teach them how sex works biologically. Teach the children about consent and autonomy over their bodies and communication with their partners and how to do that in a healthy way.
Emotional intelligence is one of the things that is lacking among men who watch a lot of pornography. Society, the way we were raised, Disney, and then Pornhub. And then you get this messed up emotional intelligence thing. You know, it all conflicts.
That dang patriarchy again.
You have to understand, man, it's true because I was born as a woman. I was not born as a man. It's dominance, taking, that's what we see as masculinity, and I totally disagree with that. It's very toxic, and so we do need to talk about that. But for myself,
Yo, I was about to.
This is that bullshit.
Yeah, I was about to accept him, but low key, he's an undercover spy. You know what I mean? He came over here, he put the fucking beard on, but then he's like actually hating on men. What the fuck is that about?
That's that fucking. Don't see that is that fucking bullshit that I'm talking about.
Cook.
How the fuck are you gonna transition into a man and then tell men how to fucking act? Don't do that. That's fucking nonsense.
Tell us what a man is.
It's fucking nonsense.
Hey, wait. Yo, did we I don't know where we saw it, but it was that fucking that video of that chick saying why trans are more women than fucking actual women. And I was like, what the fuck?
Oh shit.
It's fucking nonsense.
Coming for the number one spot, like Ludacris.
It's like when people say shit like that, it's just you want fucking clicks.
They're delusional. Like, what are you?
Or they might
talking
actually
about?
believe it. Yeah, they might.
How are you
believe
going to say
They might.
How are you going to say you have a pussy on you, but you're going to tell me that how I act as a man is wrong when you want to be a fucking man?
Well,
How does that make any sense?
Well, to be fair,
but you have a fucking twat between your legs. What are we talking
You know what's
about?
crazy?
Jesus, he didn't say you. Yeah, go ahead.
What's it called? Like a fable where, like, if a woman resents a person
Yeah.
in her pregnancy, the baby will represent the face that she resents, right?
Yeah, I've never heard that before. That sounds like from the other video, some witchcraft.
Well, also that's it happened. Like Kevin Gates also said it too, but I've heard that shit before. Where like, whatever, right? She basically resents the man, turn herself into a damn man.
Well, yeah, I mean that is what happened for sure.
That's in my opinion.
And then goes by Buck Angel for fuck's sake.
That shit is just nonsense, bro. People are just playing around, playing fucking God.
Do you feel like this is a man? I'm just gonna ask you that question. Is this a man? In your opinion?
Fuck no. You're not gonna tell me that you don't like men shit, and then you have a vagina, and then you tell me that you're a fucking man. Like,
so can somebody be a man without having a penis?
No, dude.
No.
This is no.
You need a penis and a nutsack because
your
you need
genitals
the
is what makes your gender.
testosterone.
100%. You're saying.
No, listen. The problem is you need the testosterone from the nutsack and the fucking cock running through your veins. That's the problem. And when you don't have that, you act like this fucking guy.
Like a pussy. Yeah. All right, let's get back into it.
What are we talking about right now? Desire to I don't know how to act like a man.
Well, I think it's interesting because not that we're experts on the matter, but it's like to think.
No, we are because we're.
I'm surprised. Well, I suppose you're right, but it's like this whole time I wasn't expecting him to say that he had a vagina. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's it's interesting to see how. So say that he had a penis. How would that make you view it? Would he be a man then?
Dude, wait.
Penis and balls. When you say
penis and balls, do they work?
What if he? I'm saying he transitioned. He was still originally a female. Would you consider him a man?
Oh wait, no, dude. That's not how this works.
No.
Okay. Well, I don't know. See, for me, I think at that point, yeah.
Because if he has a dick and balls,
hold up.
You're saying he's a man.
If this guy got his pussy turned to a,
he's got a woman's makeup.
He's got testosterone. Let's have an intellectual conversation then about it. Come on, let's be open to everything.
Is possible, right? He did all that, or she did all that, got the things put on, did all this fucking pumping testosterone. Go have a baby. Go impregnate another female, and then, just maybe you might become a man.
Yeah, I don't know. I think
it's just this whole squat conversation is asinine in my.
It's interesting. I think that there's room to consider other possibilities. I think that there could be. I mean, if you want to get into distinctions, I think that would be reasonable. Like, I mean, this wouldn't be it's not as if he got a penis and got the surgery. It's not as if he would then become a biological man. He would become a transgender man, which I agree with. I think that's accurate. Like, honestly, I can give you that. But I don't even know if I could say you're a transgender man if you got a beard and you wear thick glasses and you don't have titties. Doesn't have titties in it. No, I know, but that's what I'm saying. But then when it comes to but then he has a vagina. I don't know. That's interesting. I mean, I think.
See, brother, it's just nonsense. You know, it's nonsense, man. Like, I'll be honest with you,
I mean, refute my specific arguments. We can have an actual conversation, intellectual conversation.
Brother, he has to
take it seriously.
Nah. We gotta use the correct vocabulary here, man. The pronoun is she.
What intellectual conversation can we have around a man who has a pussy, brother?
We're not having it around him. I'm saying that take it to the next level. I am saying that there's a little bit of like a interesting difference when you say like, okay, this person has a vagina, but they identify as a man. That's interesting. I don't know. My thing is factually, I don't think that's exactly correct. But if this person had a penis and they didn't have titties, then I think that they would be considered a
alien.
Transgender man.
Oh, just kidding.
Yeah, transgender man. I think there's room for those.
People have some fun.
Yeah, there's room to expand that vocabulary.
The only way that you can accept him as a man.
It's not a threat to biological men in that way. In my opinion.
No, I'm not saying that. But my thing is, the only way you can accept him as a man is if he can reproduce and make a baby. You know what I'm saying?
No, because biological men can do that. That's the distinction already. The distinction that's already in the distinction.
The way that God created it to be.
So you're saying
you're making a lot of assumptions with your explanation right there. Go ahead.
You're saying we're biological men, and then characterized them like they're just transgender men. So that's how we characterized it.
I think so. I think that's a reasonable point of view. It gets kind of complex where you have somebody that presents like a man to that extent,
Very
like
generous.
as this guy. But then, he does have a vagina.
I know, but if you go to
I
Thailand,
told you that.
Them fucking lady boys look like girls, dude. It's like weird. So.
Yeah, but like I said, I wouldn't say that they're girls.
They're not.
Unless they got their penis changed to vaginas, then I would say okay, then they're transgender females. So I think that's where it comes in. I think honestly, there's a level of respect that you have to give to people that have the commitment to get their genitals fucking
okay. So let's just say
rearranged. Goddamn.
If their community themselves are aware of their conscious decision to say, "Hey, we are going to call ourselves transgender people instead of just actual male and female," I'd be like, all right.
That would be much more reasonable.
All right.
I think for us, we would have to get to the point to respect that. But I think I can get to that point, and then I think that's a reasonable sticking point. And then Deuce Andretti, man, you're hilarious. All right, let's just finish this video. So we can get into it. I hate to say, I actually have another trans video on here. I don't know if we can handle that.
It was specifically targeted to people like myself. It's because I didn't have sex until I was in my 30s. Because I was too freaked out about my body and too freaked out about how people would feel about me. And so I was not comfortable sexually. So I knew once I became sexually comfortable, thank God.
The veins are even popping
for that, because that gave me a space to be the man I am today.
Tell me if you're wrong, but I think we basically all agree that at the end of the day, we recognize sex as something
Fuck
that
you,
should
Deuce
be
Andretti, pussy.
beautiful,
Tell
that
him he's
should
not.
be a form of expression.
Tell him he's
just who
fucking
you're
not.
expressing it to and when you express it, we all kind of disagree on.
Oh,
I think all of these views were necessary to create something
I'm about to say something to Buck
nuanced,
Angel.
and I hope
Get
that
the
it
fuck down right
improves
now.
the mental landscapes of the folks who consume what we
I
produce.
bet you he's a director and he stars in his fucking.
Big again. Yes.
I've heard of people saying that people. Oh my God.
What the?
All
He
right,
hugged
guys.
that guy really tight.
Let's break down what we just.
He hugged that guy really tight, brother. I'm just gonna say that.
How do we feel about what we just watched? Are we having a good time tonight, everybody? I think so.
Yeah, I enjoyed.
I'm enjoying it.
Of that.
I'm enjoying it. I'm having a great time.
I'm enjoying the vibe. All right, so look, do you want to take a break from the trans people?
Oh, brother.
I thought we're already in the vibe. Might as well just finish it.
I think they want me to take a break from them. I think
Bills is right. We're in the vibe. We got to get through.
Just keep laughing, Deuce. Just keep laughing.
Yeah, we got to get through these trans woods, brother. Get through these trans woods with me, brother. We're having a good time. I think it's been a great live podcast. Everybody can subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell. Make sure you're tapped in with us. Check us on Instagram. And yeah, we're having fun. I could do this every single day of the week. This shit is just hilarious. This video right here is traditional women versus trans. Are there more than two genders? Let's go.
So it doesn't mean she's not a girl.
So then me being born male, biologically male, would you
All right, right off the bat,
Hold
what
on,
you
pause. Can you say the title again? I need that title one more time because I need to know what I'm looking at.
Traditional women versus trans. Are there more than two genders?
These traditional women better duke it the fuck out. That's all I'm saying.
They better fucking represent. No fucking
Don't fucking disappoint me.
No pandering with these motherfuckers.
You better have some Harvard Law School bitches up here.
They're trying to replace you. No, I'm playing.
MCC. I don't need no MCC bitches around here.
Yeah. All right, let's get to the video.
Well, you made the transition.
Brian, I got that Lobos in my cup, man.
Yeah, no, we're vibing. smoke a lot of weed, but I wouldn't mind some Lobos though. I do need to. We might have to try to situate some drinking.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get another bottle tomorrow.
Hi, my name is Kaitia Lamore, and I'm a writer, and I believe that God designed us with purpose, and that beautiful love story is in our DNA.
What the fuck is she talking about?
We're natural about it. She's trying to be nice about it, but she's like, "Yeah, it's natural selection, bitch."
Brother, what is Lobos? What kind of alcohol is that?
That's tequila, brother. The Reposado is my favorite.
All right, lock on that. I gotta definitely. I mean, I might have to see about getting some Douce, brother. Been too long.
I mean, I don't know, brother. I'm trying that Lobos, so
We need to get loose. And I mean, have those two separate. Either way, I was just wondering. I was trying to make sure it wasn't also fucking bourbon.
Hi, my name is Natalie. I'm actually in commercial real estate, but I'm very excited to share this discussion with you guys.
Hi guys, my name is Rebecca. I'm a student, and I'm looking forward to talking about gender and hearing what you guys think.
Hey, my name is Rory. My gender is non-binary, and I use they, them, theirs pronouns.
Hi, my name is Satine, and I am a trans woman. I work in film and television as a makeup artist.
Hi, my name is Marcus. I identify as a transgender male, and I'm really excited to have this discussion with you guys.
Whatever amazing things are around.
Oh, look at that, a natural baby.
I don't know why this fucking man is invading the fucking space. You know what I mean?
See,
this is a woman conversation.
This is just.
Am I wrong?
Oh my god!
Traditional trans women. These are two. I don't know. Okay, maybe I'm bugging. You guys don't want to. You guys aren't following me down this road.
No, I see what you're saying. Why the fuck is there a man of any sort in the fucking conversation?
Yeah, if we're gonna and if we're
Everybody
gonna play,
supposed to have a twat.
Well,
they do. Everybody does.
And if we're gonna play by their rules, you feel what I'm saying? Like as far as how they're defining it, then we should accept that person as a man. So why are they?
Oh,
here?
I see. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're confusing themselves now. Dude.
And that's what I just said about the fuck shit, brother.
Call out the hypocrisy. We're playing chess right now. Let's go.
Yeah, checkmate, bitch.
Yeah.
Girls and boys should be raised the same.
Wait, what?
Boys and girls should be raised the same.
The reason why I feel like girls and boys should be raised the same, I'm saying just raising them to be upstanding citizens in society and things like that.
Exactly. Not to say that like gender doesn't exist, but to give young people an ability to navigate that themselves, to come into themselves.
I actually agree with a lot of your points as far as there are a lot of similarities between boys and girls growing up, and I believe that all children should be raised in a loving, supportive family, but I think that there does need to be balance and just some of the characteristics that men and women have where it's like women usually are more nurturing. With boys, they want to grow up and like, what does it mean to be a man? And what does it mean to be a provider? What does it mean to lead your family? And those are the things that are traditional to me, where I feel like the man is the head of the household.
I grew up being a tomboy. Like, I am so connected to my masculine side and so much to my feminine side. I really feel 50-50.
Hey, I don't have my glasses on.
And I feel like in our society now, when a girl is raised and she feels like a tomboy, acts like a tomboy, she's now encouraged to kind of think, maybe I should have been born as a guy. But for me, it's always been, oh, maybe she's just interested in things that guys typically like. Right. And that's fine, but you can still be a girl and be interested in that, and you can still embrace being a girl.
Yeah, piggyback
Honestly,
off of what you're saying. As a
real quick, she's cooking right now. I don't know what side she's on, but
real heavy.
I was agreeing with everything she was saying. She was talking facts.
She's traditional, by the way. I love her.
She was traditional?
No, she's not.
I just found love again.
Really? Let's run that back.
Yeah, no, she was traditional because the one trans sat on the other side. Remember when they originally?
Yeah.
So she took the seat, or they, or them took the seat. I don't know. I don't really know
and
about
that's
that.
fine. You can still be a girl and be interested in that, and you can still embrace being a girl.
You think she's trans, Bills?
No, she's traditional.
No, she's traditional. No, I was confused. The
she's
camera
traditional.
flipped on me.
Okay, got you. Yes, sir.
Piggyback off of what you're saying, as
The
a
girl in the middle
little
on the
girl,
left.
I always only wanted to shop in the grocery
She on the
store. Of
suspect
course, my
side,
family
Cole.
was completely against it.
Yeah,
I grew
but
up in a religious
because she
family.
had to sit
I'm
there,
actually
because the one girl's on
evangelical
that
Christian
side. They
myself,
only got
but
3
my
stools.
family would use my tomboy statement to write it off and minimize the fact that no, I actually really don't like being a girl. Sometimes, like you said, there's actually genuine tomboys in the world. With me, that wasn't. It was way more than that.
And it can be very difficult for
It's
parents.
just
to
like, what is
make-
way more than that? What has changed for that? What has changed for you? Other than
He
you
wanted
look
it
like
more.
a fucking man.
She just wanted it more.
You probably have a twat, and that's what I'm saying. What is the point? If you're gonna look like a man but have a twat, what is the point?
I don't understand that either. I don't.
You are still a woman.
Yeah. Huh.
If you can get a fucking penis, but it doesn't work like a penis of a man, then what is the point?
Yeah, absolutely. Spit that shit, brother.
Well, I don't know. See, I don't know about that.
What are we doing?
I don't know about that. Yeah, I don't know about. I just don't know if I agree with that part.
No,
but you still have to get fucked the same way that you were getting fucked before you did whatever. What is the point?
Well, I mean, if you're committed to, go ahead, Bills.
They're only doing it because what'd you say earlier, Zell, in the fucking group chat? Like, it's just a sexual preference.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a sexual preference thing.
So it's like, why the fuck?
What is it? What are you doing? Because you could still do the same shit you were doing before, and you could still dress like a man. You didn't have to do the hormones and all that extra shit. You could have just did your thing, and save the tax dollars.
Like that's the only reason why they're doing it though, is for the sexual. Like that's it.
It's like it's just to be. It's to just stand out. It's to be different.
None of them
it's
be
just
like,
to be
I'm gonna
hip
transition.
and all this other shit. It's just like, dude, it doesn't make sense. When the science catches up to what people want, then okay, it makes sense. But when the science is not nowhere near close to what it needs to be for people to be able to do it, then it's like, what the fuck are we doing?
Deuce wants his pussy to be
why are y'all fucking what the fuck? What's the point? You're
still
still
be
going to
switching
get
gender back and forth like the Saints Row character, bitch. Oh shit! Yeah, no, I'm playing. But no, look,
I need to understand. Hopefully, someone jumps in the comments and explains, what is the point?
Why don't we have a conversation? Because we're already on this thing together. But the point of having a conversation. So
I don't know if we can speak on from their side, though, brother. I hope I would think I would know.
Yeah, we could try to empathize. I think that, and I think, listen, if you go through the trouble to present as a man to where it's already like this person right here that they just showed, that's a man, was a woman and is currently living as a trans man or whatever, I respect their decision. Like for me, it's like you have the decision to do whatever you want. I'm not going to sit here and fight with you on particulars about what you are, really. Like I'm not that invested in your life, to be completely honest. So it's like if you present as a man, then it's where it's questionable. And then if I make a mistake, you don't give me any grace, then I have an issue with that. I think there should be grace in these conversations because it is very confusing. So let's be honest. But at the same time, I'm not one to ever like try to infringe on somebody's ability to have a happy life. If you feel like if you transitioned into the other sex, you would feel happier. Listen, this is my main argument against it. I'm going to lay out because I think I have a interesting perspective on this, which I mean we're not gonna go too much into here, but as far as like,
let's dive into your perspective, brother. Go ahead.
If this is if this is related to some kind of like dysmorphia, for example, right? So like a body dysmorphia, then I don't know that we would typically like so if somebody came in and they had like dysmorphia and they're like, hey, I'm fat, but they were skinny, you wouldn't like give them liposuction. You feel what I'm saying? You're like, you're skinny. Right. So it's like you wouldn't affirm that belief because it's dysmorphia. It's like a mental illness. So if somebody who was a biological woman,
you're saying they're mentally ill. Okay.
Possibly, but at the same time, I don't fully understand that. I don't fully understand that, and then I don't think that really we have the right as an American. I feel like we don't have the right to step in between people's pursuit of happiness.
Right
America, I don't think so. I don't think we should. Why? You know what I mean? In my
government
opinion,
does it every day, brother. We can do it. We can do it a little bit more.
That's my thing. What who's Buck hurting, really? You know what I'm saying?
Himself, brother. Sometimes you got to save people from themselves. You know what I'm saying?
People, and I'm in favor of letting people, I'm not gonna say hurt themselves, but letting people make their own decisions, because I don't know what's best for everybody. You know, in your opinion, Buck's hurting himself. In his opinion, that's probably not the case. You feel what I'm saying?
Here's my point.
You know what?
So let Buck live his life.
Buck's hurting himself because Buck just took away any ability for himself to be able to. Oh, actually, well, no, Buck can have babies. So now he's a man that can have babies.
Unless you took out
it's this is just an interesting conversation.
At this point, Buck is fucking 50 years old. Can't have babies either way, but go ahead, continue.
No, I mean, he looks 50, but he's probably really 30, 37. I mean, I'm being honest with you, brother. I mean, he's taken testosterone. You feel me? Saying he's transitioned. He's done everything he probably can to look like a man, because obviously he didn't look like that as a woman. I would hope so, or I would understand why he transitioned.
Exactly.
But,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Jesus. But seriously though, like, if we're being honest with ourselves here, like, if my guy cannot experience things like a man, then what this conversation that we're having right now is absolutely asinine.
Yeah, like I said, I don't agree with that. I think we could be open to, like, as you said, technology
because
has.
He declares himself as a man.
Here, let's get more into this conversation, because this is a whole nother video, really.
That distinction.
Oh, yeah.
Because when you're a young child, it's hard to express how you're feeling inside, and
especially like.
Yeah,
as like a freaking 8-year-old, I had no idea what transgender was. I didn't know any of that.
But that's what's really important. I don't think as an 8-year-old you should know that label. You know what I mean? I don't think we should know labels, period.
There are only 2 genders.
Your DNA is going to be the same from when you're born and until you die. And it doesn't matter how you dress yourselves or what hormones you take. I mean, you're either going to be a male or a woman. You have those chromosomes in your body. There are certain things about yourself that are going to stay the same your whole life, and you have to accept those and embrace them, because if you don't embrace them, you're just going to be hating yourself.
Yeah, someone's gonna fire off on
I really wanted to be normal. Like that, there's nothing in life I've ever wanted more than to be normal.
Oh, they got all.
And
what is that though? Really?
Exactly. That's the problem. That is the problem I run into, is that it doesn't really exist. And every attempt that I've made to try and be more like one gender or the other hasn't really worked. So finally, I just got to a place where I was like, well, people may say that there isn't anything in between, but I'm in between, you know? And I feel like the people who really know me and love me, they see that.
It's Maytag knows people love their pets.
It's all for attention.
Hey, cash up your boy, Big Baby J. Let me confirm that. I think it's 93. You want to get around these pesky commercials.
93. 93.
Difficult to think that there could only be 2. Like, how is that? How would that even be possible when there's, like, on a spectrum of like masculinity and femininity? Couldn't you lie anywhere?
Well, it's like the tomboy idea that a girl can feel and have this
scale?
Yeah, more masculine doesn't mean she's not a girl. There's
no
scale, but there's.
Where's those, like, where did the spectrum and become a scale of masculinity and femininity? Like, bro, like, people just make shit up nowadays, and then it fucking sticks because it fucking agrees with their argument. No, it's fucking bullshit, is what it is. Fucking spectrum, my fucking ass. That is the craziest shit I've ever heard.
So then would me being born male, biologically male, would you say I'm 100% male?
Yep.
Well, you made the transition, so you didn't feel like a male.
But you were physically born as a male.
But then would you say I'm 100% female?
I will be honest and say
you're
I
a
feel
man.
I use the chromosomes, but I would say you are 100% a male.
Oh,
I wouldn't say that.
Hey, Hey, she came in spicy with it. She committed. She said 100%. I know she's.
Look at the dick. Look at the them in the corner there. with the high top. Look at his face.
Yeah, no, they're about to swing on her for real.
I'm about to say he wants to.
He's ready to fire off. His testosterone swinging, boy.
He's a man now.
Yeah, no, he's
jumping right now.
That's crazy.
Dog just gave him a shot.
You're
right
100% what you're portraying to me.
And because I'm that,
who am I to decide that for you?
Wouldn't that mean that I am somewhere on this gender spectrum? Not
No, I
necessarily
don't.
one or the other, which is the binary.
Scientifically, you are one thing and you'll always be a male scientifically. You can express yourself however you want to the world, and hopefully the world accepts you for who you want to be and who you are. But when it comes to this spectrum, I mean, there are not that many transgender people in this world when it comes down to it. In LA, there's a bigger population.
You just don't see us.
Exactly. No, 100%.
That's exactly what I was trying to say.
Exactly.
You ladies, all your lives, you don't even know.
Why is she saying like that though? You just don't see us. He sounded like Two-Face after the accident. Like, what was that? Yo? You just
I don't know,
don't
man.
see us.
We're living in a society where people can dress like a fucking alien.
three-eyed raven.
Call themselves a fucking alien. You know what I mean? So if you fucking put whiskers on yourself and put fucking cat cheeks on yourself, you can call yourself a cat. So I guess we just have to accept whatever.
Bro, this has been going on since the beginning of the time. Like I said, Bran Stark.
Beginning of what time, brother?
He identified as a three-eyed raven. Let's go.
How many hands you shook that was possibly a trans person. The reason why you don't see it is because those trans individuals don't want you to see it. In middle America, they don't have the same like opportunities and great laws as California. So it's just like, well, I better lie low before like I get my ass beat some.
Yo, that gesture that they just did, I'm gonna take issue.
Part of being a man, sir, is being able to protect
would have been
yourself.
never ever doing that gesture in your life.
Yeah, see, and that's the shit. Like that, because
I'm not trying to be judgy or whatever, but yo, come on, just run this back.
So it's just like, well, I better lie low before like I get
what the
my
fuck is all that?
ass beat.
Deuce, hold on, let me pull you up big, bro. Do that again, because you can't even do it right. Yeah, Deuce can't even do it right for real.
Like, what the fuck is this?
Deuce is so masculine, he can't even do that shit. Like,
I just went to the fucking gym and lifted weights, so if someone wants to beat my ass, I can knock their ass out.
My arms are heavy.
Like, what the fuck? He just said, oh, so I get my ass beat. Well, you're a man now. That's what happens when you're a man.
This one right here is I should be allowed to use the bathroom that matches my gender identity.
Oh no.
No, the fuck you shouldn't.
I feel kind of, this is another one that I feel a little split about. I, on one hand, with all of my heart, have respect for, again, like I said before, whatever you feel you should live, you know? However, with that said, if I had a little girl, and if you're not completely transitioned,
you don't want them to be exposed to that
maybe
soon.
not yet, that is a right.
Have you thought about
got
what
aggressive.
that person might be going through? How scared they probably are that they're being judged as they go in? Before I transitioned, when I was still
that's a problem that you created
confused as to what I wanted to do and who I was, and it was really difficult. But I decided to use the women's restroom still because I did not feel safe in the women's restroom.
I love this
and
country.
I knew that I would not be a problem.
Same
It takes
policy, baby.
a lot of courage that people don't understand. It really hurts your psyche.
I would say for safety, I do agree that you should be able to go where you feel comfortable. However, the line that I would draw is if we were one day to say all bathrooms should be just open for anybody.
To touch on that point, I've been at gyms where it's like a restroom and a locker room and people are changing there. It can be difficult because when the rules start to get so relaxed like that, where a guy that wanted to go in a woman's locker room that wasn't transgender, and then if anybody questioned him, he can just say, I feel like a woman.
That's a very valid
You know, and that's a concern for me.
You're in some hot water.
It's interesting.
You feel me?
Yeah.
You come up to them and they're like, yo, I'm a woman today. You're in some hot water. Tread lightly.
God, boy, listen, I'm trying to tell you, dude, like, you know, I 100% agree. Like, you can live your life however you want to, but at the end of the day, there's certain shit that shouldn't change, and it shouldn't change just because you decided to give yourself a problem.
There you go.
At the end of the day, you made
Check
a
the city
lifestyle
ordinance.
choice. You made a lifestyle choice, and you knew exactly what time it was when you did it. If you're not living in Los Angeles, then you probably shouldn't. You know,
How we get so hung up
I'm just
on,
saying, go
trans
where you're,
folks
go
in
where you're wanted,
bathrooms
go where you're welcome.
when it
That's what I'm
seems
saying.
like the underlying fear might be that men are predators and that we are afraid of predatory men, either posing as trans women or just in general. Having gender neutral restrooms, maybe if they're not all the restrooms, but some restrooms that are gender neutral would just be good for everybody's safety.
I agree with that.
Gender should not be
What'd you say?
It'd be a bloodbath.
based on how you feel.
Oh my god, I don't even know the question. You fucked me up on that. Oh, one person agreed.
To come and tell me,
2 people.
you know, we're gonna be born.
Okay, hold on. They're bullshit.
Oh yeah, let's go back and hear that.
Yeah.
Okay, we didn't go back far enough. All right,
Gender should not be based on how you feel.
100% agree.
Fuck your feelings is what Deuce Andretti says.
To come and tell me,
Okay.
you know,
world
we're
doesn't
gonna be
care.
born and I'm just gonna decide what I'm gonna be. I'm sorry, that's a crock
Yeah.
of shit to me. I believe that first, yeah, you're born, you're a woman or a man.
I believe that gender shouldn't be
bugging.
based on feelings because our feelings change a lot. Not everybody's does, I understand that, but a majority of people do as they grow up.
What's up?
Yeah, nah, they put that comment a long ass time ago. I'm just
I
tired.
did
Forgot
not
to pull it up.
wait till 18 and decide I'm gonna be a man today.
I responded
Everything-
to it verbally, but I didn't you know what I mean? But definitely, I'm sure my guys, they might not be in here anymore because we've been rocking for a minute, but Fresh Out Hip Hop, I check out their podcast. They're fire. I pop in on them every once in a while. They got really good just takes and conversation. And Cameron McDoyle, we're going to see him when we go to Orlando. He's one of the people we're going to collaborate with. Content's fire. He does it with him and his boy, and they just talk about like same kind of stuff we do, hip hop and like current events and stuff. So it's cool shit.
I bet.
Yes, sir.
My power. I did not actually want to be transgender. The decision that I made was being authentically me, to be happy. That's to me. It was be happy or eventually commit suicide.
The thing about gender is you don't choose your gender.
see,
Your
that tells me
gender is
mental health
something that
issues.
develops over time. It's very fluid. There's no
Yeah,
denying
facts.
that. I mean,
Facts.
I was born male. No denying. But, you know, my government papers all say female because that's who I am.
One thing that I want to know,
No, they
were
don't.
you raised in like a conservative
How
household?
the fuck
Did
does that
any
work?
of you
How
have
does-
the ability to actually...
I bet you can get a
What
birth certificate.
What
Certain states.
politician is he fucking related to?
I bet
Like-
you could do that for real. Yeah.
Yeah,
Certain
with the
states.
right amount of fucking money, obviously. I mean,
Probably money. Yeah. But either way.
Sit down and
Fucking
talk to your parents
Jesus.
and like ask any questions.
I didn't start transitioning until I was 32. I didn't come out to my dad until I was 33. And that, I come from a very conservative family, but I didn't want to lose my dad.
Oh shit. It's that estrogen, boy.
When
Taking
you think
over.
you might lose something that you love, it's really hard to go forward and make that decision.
I hate how they cut it off at certain points. Like, no, don't do that. Don't do that shit. Keep that conversation rolling.
Did you hear that?
What'd you say?
Fuck no. Goddamn, pay attention.
I would support my child.
I would support my child if they were trans.
Hold up.
No, I tell them to be who they want to be, but do not fuck with your body because you cannot reverse what they do.
Yeah,
How you feel, James?
Yeah, I mean, I'd be pretty much the same way. I'd be as the same. So I mean, I'd be the same way. I feel strongly. It's like when you get to an adult, you can make what decisions you feel necessary with your body, just like I feel with anybody else. I would always, though, voice my opinion. I would feel like it was my duty. I have that issue sometimes in like my really close relationships where it's like, you know, I know that I want to keep that relationship as solid as possible, so I'll just be like kind of honest to a fault sometimes, and I think it comes off as like maybe a little annoying. But yeah, so I mean, I would so I mean, if they were past 18 and then they were considering it, I would have to recognize, because I wouldn't want to suffer with that, and I would want the relationship with my daughter / whatever they may be becoming. So that would be important with me to maintain that, and I would want them to feel supported. But I mean, I'd have my own opinion, and I would just share that opinion, and I hope they would take that serious and maybe consider that. But as a child, I think, you know, if they were like, hey, I feel like I'm a boy, I don't fucking even know, like what is boy shit? I guess I want to box. I'd be like, oh, you're a girl, we can put you in boxing. I support that. You know what I mean? But if it's something that they're persistent with, you know, I mean, I don't know. I'd have to cross that bridge when it gets to it. But yeah, I don't think I wouldn't want to alter anything to do with their biology before they were a adult. That would have to be a decision they would make.
Yeah, that would be
it'd be their money being spent.
A tough ass fucking conversation for me. I don't know.
Yeah, that it would be tough, but I think I could handle that conversation, to be honest.
Just smack them around a little bit, right?
No, I think it would just.
I'd definitely be interrogating the hell out of it. I'd be like, bro, what are you talking about? Like,
well, I'll be open minded because I want them to feel like I want to understand them. And I wouldn't want to understand them.
No, yeah, I know. Honestly, yeah, you'd want to be very understanding and you know, compassionate towards how they're feeling. But you also have to have an honest conversation and tell them, like, you know, what comes with that, you know what I mean? And then also like the setbacks, but the negative side effects that you can have when you go through, you know, certain procedures and stuff like that. So I mean, you gotta do, because a lot of people don't have the whole picture when they are doing and talking about that stuff, you know what I mean? Like, and it's painted as like daisies and roses, like there's no fucking setbacks to getting fucking testosterone shot through you, and you got estrogen in your veins, or vice versa. You know what I mean? And you know, so
you know, I think there's an argument though, as far as like with kids, that there's a big difference. Like for example, with athletics, a lot of people are like, hey, I'm opposed to biological men, for example, competing in women's sports. And on a lot of cases, they're like, even if you've transitioned, if it's after puberty, you already have some of like the, like, I guess, structural benefits and like strength benefits that you would get from going through puberty as a biological man. So yes, but then there's less of an argument when people have transitioned before that age. So that would be one argument there, to be honest, in favor of that. That's something that I'm very against, to be honest, is transitioning kids. But if you wanted to think about it big picture, that's one argument that I could see, because that's something that gets held against those trans people. And I think to a certain extent, rightfully so, as far as when you're talking about.
Even if they do it, yeah, they still should shouldn't be able to compete. Doesn't matter.
If anybody sees this, fucking prove me wrong. But I'll even try to look into it. I don't see that many cases, more than like even 100,000 for kids like being under puberty, getting transitioned. I just don't even see that many.
Yeah. No, I agree. I don't think
there was a lot, and
I don't think
doctors got sued behind that.
I don't think it's as much of an issue. I do think there's a cultural like kind of shift in that direction.
There's a lot.
Me and Deuce, I would love to argue about this. Not argue, but like look into it and debate it if necessary. But yeah, I agree with you, Bills. I don't think it's as big of an issue, but I do see how it could be a long-term issue. And I think even if it happens a little bit,
I think eventually
it's worth.
Zaya Wade just fucking transitioned.
Yeah, I think
true.
No, I mean, but just because that's an example, it doesn't mean that it happens a lot.
All right, well, I'm just trying to tell you, like, fucking Gabrielle Union got on stage and was
they're pushing that, yeah.
Well, that's what I feel like they're popular.
Shit, so I'm
like,
trying to tell you that shit. When celebrities start talking about that shit,
okay, listen, Tom Cruise is a Scientologist. Everybody,
he's got fucking people into that stupid shit now.
It's true, but everybody in Hollywood's not a fucking Scientologist, so it's like, come on.
There's a lot of them now. There's a lot of them. They're joining like the fucking masses.
Okay, but then you can say that about any other fucking thing. As far as like, if you're gonna say that Scientology is a lot, well then apply the same thing I just said to Christianity, and then Christianity.
Listen, if you're gonna tell me that fucking rap music kills fucking people, then I'm telling you right now, then fucking Gabrielle Union fucking preaching that shit on fucking stage at an award show definitely has people fucking going and doing that shit. I'm telling you 100%. Because if you're gonna say music can do it, then definitely fucking celebrities' influence can do it too.
She's convincing the moms and houses.
I I don't know. Okay, so one thing I think that is her goal is like it may speak to somebody that was reluctant to support somebody that was exploring that, and it may also, I agree with you, encourage or empower somebody that's already kind of like fighting with that. But I don't know that there's as much of a concern that there's people that are just sitting there. They have no issue with their gender, and then all of a sudden they see that, and then now they're like, I'm gonna go get my pussy turned to a dick. Like, I don't think that's happening like that.
Bro, you have these fucking fans that are like fucking cronies. They just fucking do whatever the fucking celebrity fan master tells them to do. They fucking buy whatever fucking episode of Cockeye Showing they're on, or fucking dick ride fucking every album they put out. You know what I'm saying? Singing fucking Christmas carols. It's ridiculous, dude. Like, these people listen to everything these people say and do, and they fucking follow it. So it's like when you have, and this is on a show, an award show where you have there are millions of people watching this shit too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guarantee you she didn't fucking say that she was gonna go up there and say all that shit before she went up there. 100% not. She just fucking ran it off in the fucking tongue. But, you know, it is what it is, man. Like, it's not anything wrong with it, but it's just like, you know, I think there's one thing to want representation, and then
all right, brother, wrap it up. Let's get back in the video.
And pushing in people's faces is all I'm saying. And like, her influence can definitely sway, you know, a young child to want to do something that
the influence is there for sure.
Don't understand. You know what I mean?
Even the parent influence the fucking parent.
So, yeah, because if, like, as a parent, when your child comes to you like that, you should be able to have an educated conversation and be like, hey, you were too young to understand what the fuck you're talking about.
Okay, but if you're having your entire mind changed by Gabrielle Union, you're fucking nuts. So if you're
it's not just Gabrielle Union, it's her image, it's her son, daughter that just transitioned. It's almost the whole package.
If that's what's putting you over, then it's like, once again, who are we to say that the person that has a kid that wants to transition or whatever the situation might be, that the right move as a parent isn't to be supportive of that kid. So I don't know that that's not the right move. That's not up to me to say. I'm gonna handle that however I want to handle that, and then go, you know, so on and so forth. So you know, that's one issue I have. I mean, push what you feel strongly about if that's what you want to do as a celebrity. And then a certain amount of people that are on the edge, I guess, on the fence, they may teeter, you might get them to teeter towards that side. Otherwise, I think most people are going to, you know, stand in how they feel. They're against it, they're for it. Yeah. So either way, let's get back into the video. My bad. I started, I was talking to you, Deuce. I was talking to you, Deuce, and I started to rant.
I love it. Oh, they walk fast, boy. They can eat ass up.
Everyone that's born on this earth is special, and we're all lucky to be alive and be on this planet and have the opportunity to experience our lives and experience love. And I'm not going to be influencing them and saying, no, this is the right way of living, you have to live this way, but I'm going to say you need to carefully consider, really think about it, and think about the social implications as well, and everything that you're going to have to face if you go through that. Is it worth it for you?
I feel like support and acceptance are different things. So if it wasn't something that I agreed with, would I love them? Would I be there for them? Would I support them? Would I have the conversations? Yes. Would I say I agree with you? No.
See, I grew up with the acceptance part, and that hurt kind of more for me. I felt like she was only accepting me because she gave birth to me. Right. But if she didn't give birth to me, it's like, no, you went, yeah. And
hold up, time out. What do you fucking expect? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, of course. I wouldn't be supplying you with fucking dinner right now if you weren't my burden, because, you know, I busted you in another human being happily. And I love that. And if you're out there watching, I love you. But yeah.
I didn't like that feeling.
You know, if I had grown up in a place where I felt loved and accepted unconditionally, I think that I would have saved myself a lot.
Because the problem I have with what they just said, or them.
What he said.
With them. That we got to say they're them. Remember, we got to be proper pronouns.
Proper pronoun is he.
I don't know. Is that the
all right, go ahead. Cook, man. You're good. Yeah, yes, sir.
But what I'm saying is he said he was accepted, but he felt like what more do you fucking want? You felt accepted.
They want to be praised.
It's like That's the whole point, was to feel accepted. Now that's not enough to feel accepted.
They want to be
Like
praised.
it's like, what are we talking about now? You just shit on your fucking mother because she accepted you for transitioning. Like, what are we?
Yeah.
That's a fucking mouthful.
That is wild.
Yeah.
A lot of therapy and a lot of self-work. But, you know, maybe we don't know for certain yet. And the best we can do, I think, is keep trying.
I think that even with this discussion, it drives the point home about how important family is, how important love is, how important it is to really support. No matter how you feel or how you're raised, like, this world can really break you down. So that's why for me, like, family is so important, and I think it's a beautiful thing, and I think that we should be doing a better job in raising our children and loving on them.
Bring it in. Hi, guys. You ladies are amazing. You guys are awesome.
Thank you so much, guys. It was so
Beautiful
special.
souls.
What'd you guys think about that? Beautiful souls. You ladies are amazing.
Yeah, next they're gonna be trying to name our what they're gonna be calling their souls and consciences and shit. Like, oh, mine's fucking different.
Honestly, brother,
All right, I'm chilling. I'm clowning everybody. I don't want nobody to take me too serious.
Yeah, no,
brother, don't stand on that shit, brother. Stand on it.
Hey, don't throw rocks and try to hide your hand. You know what I'm saying?
Stand in the pulpit, brother. Go ahead.
Speak your truth, my brother. It's all good. This is safe.
Listen, dog.
The
I'm gonna be
internet.
honest with you, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I want everybody to be happy, you know. But there's a point in time in society
don't try to convince me.
where we gotta call out stupidity, you know. And I think with some of the, not all of the community, because I think there is people that do it properly and are, you know, doing it in a way that, you know, makes sense. But some of this shit is like absolutely ridiculous. Like the guy with the pussy trying to tell me how to be a man.
That bothered you. That was in hour one. That really pissed you off.
Like, because here's the thing. You were born as a woman. You're trying to transition to a man. So you didn't grow up as a man. You grew up as a woman.
You know what I need? I need to
So
know
my
what
thing is you don't know how it is to be a man. So how are you going to speak on that shit? You don't have enough experience to speak on that shit because you are not a man. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
and
well,
the thing
I
is
disagree.
the
Let me
way
respond.
that
Let me respond. Let me
estrogen-
respond.
hold on,
Let me respond. So you can. Let me respond.
Wait, I'm not done yet. The estrogen in their veins does not allow them to think or act like a man to a certain extent. So my thing is until they transitioned, until they got getting shots for testosterone, they didn't know what it was to be a man. But they still may not put themselves in the environment to experience what it is to be a man on a daily.
Okay, let me respond. Let me respond because you talked a lot.
That's very important.
All right, so look, after they've transitioned, that guy presented as a man. So Bills, myself, when I first saw him, you questioned it. So it's like at this point when he lives his day in, day out, I'm sure more times than not he's treated as a man. So he receives whatever. Let me finish. Let me finish because
he opens his mouth.
Let me finish real quick because
you know it
because you wouldn't shut the fuck up when I was trying to talk earlier. So let me just finish. No, I'm playing. What'd you have to say?
I'm saying you do that until when he opens his mouth, though, you know right away. You're like, all right.
No, I think that's questionable. I think it's questionable because of some of the things that you mentioned. So he lived most of his life as a woman. You're right. So he was treated as a woman, so on and so forth. All that. So all that you said is correct. So then that informs the way that he thinks and stuff. Like I agree with all that. But how he's treated and he presents that way, and he says he feels that way. So me personally, I respect that. He's a man until I see that he has a pussy, which I would never see. He decided to overshare. He decided to overshare that. And I think if you have
no, because I had my suspicions from the very beginning when he started to speak and the way he fucking was saying shit was not man-like.
Takes one to know one, brother. I don't know. I had no idea.
It was not man-like. If you heard him speak and the way he fucking talked about certain shit, you're like, yeah, no, a man would not say that shit. because a man is not going to give a fuck about something like that. A man's not going to be sensitive to something like that. A man is going to brush that shit off because that's what men are expected to fucking do. You know what I'm saying? They're expected to be hard-nosed fucking soldiers and just fucking take bullshit all day. So that's the thing about
There's some
being
truth
men.
coming out right now.
You know what I mean? I'm just being honest with you. So when you hear the sensitive shit, you're just like, that's some feminine shit. You feel me? Don't bring that shit here because men can't be feminine.
You get that with men are feminine all the time. You hear men say mad feminine shit.
No, I'm saying, but men can't act feminine and be feminine in certain areas like what he was talking about.
Well, it's up to them. It's up to them. It's up to you as an individual. However you act.
A man cannot walk.
Let Bills hop in here, man. Well, never mind. Let me let you hit. Yeah.
Men get eaten up for being sensitive in this world.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, there's a lot of bitches out here. They technically females.
All right, let's see here.
Oh yeah, okay. Bills are sending some shots at a few people here.
Your penis has not been socialized, and it doesn't know how to act.
Hey, yo! So let's get into it. This is sex workers versus pastors.
Okay, what the fuck?
Oh, okay.
Bro, you know
this is gonna get heavy. This is my kind of conversation.
Well, to be honest, you're gonna burn in hell, Mary.
Down with the pee-pee touchers.
In the left-hand light, can I have my sex workers? My right-hand light, my religious leaders.
Today.
I will say a statement. If it is
Bitch is
true for
pregnant.
you, walk forward. If it's not true, do not step forward, stay where you are.
Pregnant.
Sex work can have
She's a
positive
pastor,
effects.
or whatever.
She better be married. Or that baby out of wedlock.
Yeah, does sex work can have a positive effect? Are you serious? Like, in
All right, hold up. It said, does sex work have a positive effect? My bad.
Do
y'all.
not step forward, stay where
Time
you
out,
are.
Shorty. Stop lying.
Sex work can have positive effects.
That shit is fucking faded. Okay, sex work can have positive effects.
yeah, does sex work can have a positive effect? Are you serious? Like, in a society where we're not having conversations about sex, like, of course people are leaning on someone that can guide them.
Yeah.
And like that means porn. That means like
She looks
that
like the
means sex
waitress
work.
from
Like,
It's Always Sunny in
so
Philadelphia.
many customers come into the club and they're just like,
Okay,
They just
never
want
mind.
to talk sometimes.
Yeah,
I
they
remember
totally
that
just
about
wanna
stripping.
talk.
Yeah, they want to
So
talk
true.
about
They want
sex
that.
with someone and connect with someone
Yeah.
and talk about their sex
and
life.
be
Maybe.
like, yeah, and
Nah, they're trying to get you hooked in. What are you talking about? They're coming, yeah, no, I just want to talk.
These bitches were
You know,
fucking. These bitches had like a $500 after-hour fee. They were fucking. They were fucking to pay
be
that
like
rent.
open about it and
100%.
like explore maybe like the
Yeah.
things
Yeah.
that they can explore with
Helps the
maybe
ones.
someone else.
A lot of people do look up to us and lean on us for assurance or some kind of something to hold on to because maybe
Bonus.
they are that lonely in life that they don't have interactions with people. I literally have a fan that emails me every single holiday and I was like, oh my God, this guy's actually someone that's a little bit like emotionally or physically underdeveloped. That's amazing that my sex work gives him something to look forward to. And that's what's sad is people don't think of people like that are on the skirts of society. They also love sex and they want that interaction as well.
Even with like within marriages, like you need to learn different techniques. You need to learn like how to role play. You need to like, that's why marriages fail because you are not happy. You're not having sex. Like
And
sex
not
is a
having that
great way.
No, he's sending shots at the other side of the room right now. Yeah, what's up, Bills?
I'm saying he's Wesley Snipes.
Wesley Pipes.
Yeah.
In my
You ain't
own
getting no
personal
pussy.
experience with porn, it just tweaks my chemistry, man. Like to where I'll be
Okay, that dude looks like a fucking psychopath.
Yeah, you don't watch porn, but you're out here trying to fuck kids. You see.
He's like, I don't know. When I watch porn, I can't control myself after that. Like, oh, okay.
Looks like the dude out of the Human Centipede. Fucking weirdo.
Yo, you tried him. Oh, he has just enough contestants.
walking down the street and see someone be like, why is that girl taking her shirt off? Like, that's supposed to be what happens now because
his name's Buzzy. Sex education.
Yeah.
Right there,
Well,
like-
I don't think so. For me, it's that my mind gets used to a simplicity of it all. And for me, sex is available. I'm married. I'm married to a great woman that's willing.
Let's be very clear. Being married does not mean sex is available.
No, that does not.
Let me say it again. Because Buzzy's fucking lying, even though he's a pastor. He's fucking
Yeah,
lying.
he's a piece of shit. You can tell he tries to touch kids because he's a fucking liar.
He's trying to get on her good side so he can get some pussy tonight.
Oh no, he's got a. What do you mean? He's saying the opposite? He said he got a subservient woman. He said, "I'm married. Sex is always available." What?
He said that bitch gets on her knees when I say fucking get on her knees.
Buzzy, it's like that, brother. With the word, he's preaching the good word for real.
He said my wife
party,
does it for a
and
birthday.
so like it's not for
party,
and
drugs,
and she
swinging. Is that what that means?
party
That's
with
what
my
party
body.
means, like.
And so for me, it's not. Oh, I got to figure out how to get this. Like
party with
it's
my body,
there,
he said.
and that's the only place it's ever been for me. I don't. Maybe it's like drinking is totally fine for some people, not an alcoholic. Maybe I'm the alcoholic with porn that just it tweaks my mind in a negative way that it makes me go, man, I don't want to be thinking about these people I'm encountering like that. I just want to be able to look at them as humans and instead of like thinking about people and how they can provide
Definitely
for me.
has a problem with fucking kids.
I feel like that the extreme
Definitely.
frustration.
He's like, I don't want to think about people like having sex all the time, brother. What? Turn that shit off.
All right, brother. Yeah, that's how it starts right there.
You better not shake my hand and think about me fucking cuckolding your wife.
Shake his
Is the
fucking hand. He probably
demonization
doesn't
of
wash
porn
it after
without
he fucking
actually
beats off.
offering an actual alternative that kids or adults of any kind can look towards for real sexual education. You can sit here and talk all kinds of mess about porn and say that it's bad and it's damaging, but what is actually enriching? There's nothing.
When you wash your body, do you use a moldy lube?
I mean,
That's
find
being
out what's
catch up.
enriching.
Big Baby J93. Just go ahead and hit me with the, this is for YouTube fucking red or whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah, man. Go ahead and hit the Cash App. Deuce Andretti _ fuck you whores. This dude's over here licking the soap and
Any
shit.
sexual
Licking
behavior is okay with consent.
What the fuck? I mean, I don't even understand what the fuck that even means.
Any sexual behavior is okay with consent.
Sounds like rape.
No, it's the opposite, actually. It's saying. I mean, but they're saying, I mean, I don't know. Like any sexual, like, you know, that makes
So
my mind-
anything goes if they agree on it.
basically.
Sounds like rape.
Okay.
That sounds scary.
And let's go ahead and like get out of the way. Like we're
Right.
not talking about children.
No.
We're not talking about people that cannot have consent. Like
Or animals because they cannot give consent.
I have some
Totally.
people that want to do some of the nastiest, freakiest things, and I'm not into it. But being a sex worker, like I love being able to do that for them. You know, like
Provide.
I like to be put in those situations where I'm now like the one that might be uncomfortable and have to figure out why I'm feeling this way. And
All right, so this dude's definitely been shit on, right?
No, this dude's getting fucked in his ass.
I don't think that makes him uncomfortable. I'm gonna be honest. I don't
No,
think
it
that's what
does.
he's talking about.
100%. Oh, yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, you're probably right. That's probably the first thing he does.
Yeah, no, for sure.
That's probably his
just-
go-to.
Exactly. That's the fucking finisher.
how I can come out doing a good job. I will say I'm interested to see you sitting up here.
Yeah.
Why am I up here?
Why are you up here?
Yeah, you know, I wanted to walk up because I've counseled couples that are like married for a long time, and sex is a problem, like a huge problem. I do this like inventory sheet, like oral sex, yes, yes, you know, no, no, and right, and whenever we got to the butt play, like the guy is like, fuck, no.
Yeah.
And it's like, why? Because it's like, I'm not, you know, whatever.
Yo, if my fucking priest handed me a fucking paper to fill out that had butt play on it, I'd leave that
Sir,
congregation right away.
Can I get a link to your fucking church website?
I'm like, brother, I need all of my fucking donations back. Yeah, what?
So, like, what are you running a brothel out here? Like, what are we doing, sir? What is this,
Yeah,
a cover-up?
he's like, and the guys say no to butt play. And I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with you, brother? You don't let her
Oh,
get
my
up in
whores
there?
love it. I got 3 bitches right now. Fuck, $50.
I'm just like,
That's,
I actually know a lot of men that
that's
like it.
homophobia
Yeah,
right there. That's
yeah.
like-
I mean, guys can't even take their own partner sometimes, just being like, I want to, yes, mess with your job.
Oh, yo, we need the OG over here, the OG to go ahead and explain why sodomy is fucking in the Bible. You feel what I'm saying? Remind.
Yeah.
Seeker says, why can't I fondle your ass? Okay, bitch, because it's gay. Like, what do we, like, what?
My standard of sex, I feel
Missionary.
like I've surrendered to
Missionary.
He said, I only do missionary because it is a mission with God.
my understanding of God and the scriptures as best as I understand them. And so for me, if there was consensual, like you said, if there's 12 people, like that's not okay for the standard of life that I have said, I'm going to live by this standard of holiness and righteousness. That's not a judgment on anyone else. That's me saying that sex, even if it was consensual, I don't think would be okay. If somebody came to my church and said, hey, we want to start swinging, I would say that is going to destroy marriages, man, and that's a high ethic in my church.
No. Do you have any example of that, destroying marriages?
I actually have counseled people through
Bitch, come destroy mine.
Is it because...
Why is she acting like that?
Because she wants to fuck him.
Slut, James.
Yeah, she's acting like the white lady from the fucking Idris Elba and fucking Beyonce shit.
It
Obsessed.
looks like she's taking it personal, and she's gonna
Exactly.
go fucking
She's
in
like,
the bathroom after this.
Okay.
She's like, do you think I would ruin your marriage? Yeah, probably. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, like,
Is
leave me the
there,
fuck alone.
religious shame, that they're holding on to, maybe?
You'd have to ask them specifically. I don't
Yeah,
remember.
you're like, please stop talking to me. You're a demon.
Adultery,
But
is-
adultery
splashing water.
Yeah, you're a succubus.
That's bad.
That's non-consensual.
And that's cheating, yeah, because the other person that's being lied to is not consenting to the third party being a part of that relationship.
That's cool.
He's like, look, I'm not trying to tell y'all how to sin. This is your fucking ballpark. Literally, I just had to come up here because I disagree with this shit. They told me to sit down.
The standard that I come at it from, and you guys can say that you disagree with the standard, but when the standard is
Oh, I
that I
love
believe
that.
God says this sex is for this couple, this married couple, then when we step outside of that, we can go, well, what about this? What about this?
So do people that aren't married not deserve sex?
You know what?
Well, according to the Bible, it's a gift from God, so no.
That question,
But again, marriage in the Bible is about
literally,
ownership,
quite
so,
literally,
like-
why people are desperate to
Yeah.
get married and rush into marriages
It's
and
a
get
real
into bad
thing.
marriages because they feel that sex is only sanctified through marriage or whatever, okayed, and they are married to whoever and they have whatever kind of sex, or they get cheated on.
That's a really sad scenario. Like I'm not for anything.
Not
you
everybody,
just
but
said.
certain
Yeah.
people, you
Yeah.
know.
My hopes is that we finally start living as a nation and don't put Christian values above human values.
Yeah.
Because
Are we
somehow
honestly as a
we
human,
are
as
still
a
holding on to
society, not
Christianity.
philosophically, it doesn't have to be a new religion, but just philosophically shift our mentality forward from this old book?
There's a lot of assumptions happening right now.
You bitches sound like
I
atheists.
resonate so
You said what?
They sound like atheists.
much with this idea of why are we going off
It's
of this
becoming a
book.
lot about religion because they're all
Yeah, I'm
pastors.
right there with you. Sometimes I read stuff and I'm like, holy moly,
Yeah,
I
very
need to
true.
exegete that passage. I need to understand what that means because if I'm going to teach on this, I better know what the heck I'm talking about. If they don't understand the culture at the time of the audience that was being spoken to or written to, then it can be taken out of context. And so there's a lot of study that goes into it. But with that, the statements that you're making just in the past couple minutes are really blanket statements of let's just throw out this entire thing because it's devaluing my work or it's coming against. And though I would agree, if you look at it at face value, 100%.
Romantic connections make sex better.
Personally?
Maybe, maybe not.
Some of the best sex I had.
Stay where you are.
Oh no, I just played us and went all the way back to the beginning. Hey, you guys have a answer on that, by the way?
No.
Just maybe, maybe not. I think this way.
I would not be okay with my child doing sex work.
Whoa! What?
Person.
Did you hear that question?
The statements that you're making just in the past valuing my work.
Personally?
All right. This is romantic sex better.
Some of the best sex I had is I don't know who this is.
I'm so surprised.
He just high-fived
You
in the
too.
corner.
Romantic connection makes sex better. Yeah, that feels very
Universal.
sure. Yeah, absolutely.
I love having a discussion on sex, about sex with people that maybe have had, not even maybe, tons more sex than me, because I've only ever had sex with one person. That's it. And we've gotten good at each other, but that's it.
I don't understand.
Wesley, hang in there, bud. Hang in there,
I
man.
understand what's being said right now.
Come on.
I think it's beautiful.
And so there has been in my marriage transactional sex, just like, hey man, I need to have some love right now. And then there's been like, we go away for the weekend and there's notes and there's gifts and it's better in that context for me. So
I'm my wife's first, but I've had a lot of partners and I just,
okay, man.
I don't know, it just hasn't been as
How does that
satisfying
work?
compared to having it in the context of my marriage. Sex is better because it's in the context of like this person that won't leave me. Like she's just loyal, she's committed, and we get to do this thing called sex.
First thing that came to my mind, and now it makes sense why you don't want to watch porn, because you've only had sex with the one person. So like, of course you don't want to watch it because the penis has a mind of its own.
I want
no what?
What the fuck does that mean?
I'm confused.
What the fuck did that guy just say? He just came up and told him that a penis got a mind of its own?
He said you only fucked one person, so that's why you don't like porn. I don't know what that means.
Deuce, you tapping in here, brother? What's up?
He's speechless.
Yeah, I don't even know what the fuck's going on with him right now. Your shit's muted? God, this fucking clown. Unmute your shit. Can you even hear what's going on?
Man, I'm listening. I'm losing brain cells listening to these stupid fucks. Like, this dude ran in here just to be, oh, see, that's why you don't want to watch porn. No, nigga, you know why you watch porn? So you know why you watch fucking porn? He's religious as hell. He's fucking like Jesus walking. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you talking about?
Fuck.
Like, Jesus is watching this shit with me.
Yo, I don't know if he said if he had sex with his wife before getting married, though. I wonder. He only said that, as far as I remember, is he just said that he's been with one woman. Which, I mean, either way, it's still admirable. But I'm just wondering.
You watch porn and then you look at people and you can't not see porn. Your penis has not been socialized. Like a dog or a child.
I will say, I think it's absolutely
And it doesn't know how to
remarkable
act.
that you have done that, because that is a whole nother level
That shit
of
don't make fucking
commitment.
sense.
Yeah, what?
Ignorant bitch.
That shit does not make fucking sense.
This is an ignorant bitch right there, bro. Your penis don't know how to act. Bitch, what you know about that man's penis?
You don't know how to act right now. Act similar.
Like, what the hell? Just a ratchet up there. Just fucking popping off.
Porn bitches love
Popping
the
off
fact,
your dick sucker.
Porn bitches love the fact dudes jerk off to them. And when they hear another guy be like, oh, it doesn't appeal, like, it doesn't appease me, it doesn't appease to me or whatever, like,
like, fuck you.
They're like,
Like,
no,
yeah,
they're
bitch, you could have your dildo doing
They
whatever,
go-
and I'm
they
gonna look
go-
at you in disgust.
then they go, oh yeah, I bet I could convince you. I bet I could fucking turn you out to some fucking slut like me. Like,
Trick
no,
you out.
no, bitch, I got morals.
Okay, yeah.
follow a book.
Bill's playing the high ground. I like that.
I mean, I don't know what side I fall on, but I'm just.
That I'm never willing to go down, you know? I have had sex with partners where I've like, have literally looked into their eyes and have like felt like that thing that is talked about, like that connection, that bonding of like the souls. I've cried even while, you know, having sex, but to say that it has to be romantic for it to be better.
Bumped in the butt. Start crying.
I would prohibit my
I bet he
child
did
from
cry.
doing sex work.
When his fucking asshole ripped.
Holy shit! Oh my god, dudes, you might be tired, brother. You might be. You're right. This is past your bedtime. Hey, just hold out for me, all right? Are y'all good for one more video? Just got one more.
No,
Yeah,
play this
I'm
one.
gonna
Play
switch
this
to my
one.
phone.
Play this one. Play this.
This
I wanna
says.
hear this.
This
Play
says.
this.
Well, the question is, I would prohibit my child from doing sex work.
Okay, let's play. Let's see. I want to
My
see what the
child
answers are.
from doing sex work.
I know all the people on the right what their answer should be, except for the Asian guy. He's questionable.
Yeah, he'll be
As an adult child?
As an adult, yes.
Is he missing an arm?
Use another word besides prohibit.
I would not be okay with my child doing sex work.
Okay, so they're all slow. Also,
My mind was doing the same thing yours was, prohibit. What's that mean? Disown? No, I wouldn't disown. Not love them? Absolutely not. All I would do is just.
He's trying to recover right now because he didn't know what prohibit was. He's like, yeah, I'm trying to do it, man. But
I went to college. I
That's
swear.
not where I would want you to go. That's not what I would want you to do. It'd be hard for me because of my own view of sex as being a sacred thing, and in my own personal world, not wanting it to be a show for others.
When two people have sex, there's a soul tie that is created. Our bodies are, emotional, spiritual, physical, and so is sex. I give people this example. It's like if you take two pieces of wood and you glue them together, and then you try to pull them apart. Will they come apart? Yeah, if you're strong enough, they'll come apart, but there's still gonna be glue or pieces of wood on both sides, and that's what I would explain or kind of define as a soul tie. There's always a piece of that person with them, and that is outside of religion. That is just a belief that I see in humanity.
Yeah, that's the stupidest shit I ever heard.
My heart would be sad.
I heard a lot of stupid shit.
She just talks. She just preached some
I would
heavy
be
shit.
burdened. My heart would be burdened for them.
With some fucking glue and wood.
But the glue and wood part,
there
the glue is
so
the cum.
much fear with the going into the sex industry. Are they going to get mixed in with the wrong crowd? Is there going to be drugs? It's a lot of fear-based. And my parents tell me all the time that I'm changing people's views in that small town in Texas because now they can see someone who does sex work and is a porn star and is a family man and is loving and is spiritual and yeah. So it makes sense to me why you wouldn't want that. And I would love some dental too because sex work is real work, damn it, and I need to be compensated fairly. I mean, do you think you want to go down on everybody listening?
Hey, yo.
You hear what he said?
Baby.
I know. Right.
That is a job.
I don't know exactly what he said. He said
So,
go
like,
down
obviously
on
to come to
anybody.
Everybody.
brother, listen. He just said some
said
shit
everybody.
that made my fucking spine fucking cringe. So I don't even know if I want you to replay that.
I'm not gonna replay it. I'm not gonna replay it. Let's find out.
We think of like that dark, like pimps just beating up like their hoes and things like that, just the drugs, the sex, right? Like, to the best of your knowledge, like what % of the sex industry is that?
I think we have to then ask the same question. What percentage of your industry is not truly living their truth in their life? And are they sleeping with women or boys? Let's take the Catholic Church.
Shit.
For example. Like, let's really have this conversation.
Okay, heavy right now.
Of
Talk
course
about Notre
there's
Dame.
People that are bad in any industry, in any position. I wouldn't know that percentage because I don't associate with those kind of people, regardless of where I'm at. Even if I'm out at a bar having drinks, I'm not over there.
Preach, Vanilla King.
And staying up all night, getting fucked and doing, meth. Now there's some porn stars that might be doing that, but
they
that's
definitely
not
are.
for me.
You know it.
You know they are.
He's getting his back
fucked them.
blown out
Didn't
by
even fuck
Jimmy
by
at the
them.
bar.
Damn it.
100%.
Hold up. Hey. Oh. Why would the fucking words be like the same color as the background?
He's definitely getting his back blown out.
I have a sexually satisfying life.
Okay.
He basically been
Am I
shitting on
having
those
the
bastards,
best
though, with the child
100%
fucking.
sex that I want? No, because threesomes aren't happening, orgies aren't happening. Me getting to hook up with the people that I'm fantasizing about at any given moment isn't happening. My ideal sex life is this all ends in an orgy. That's my ideal sex life.
Hey,
okay?
yo.
That's reality. So am I living my...
She threw it out there though.
I told you she wants to fuck the
You low-key need one of them right there. Though. Just throw it out there. Just be like, yo, like right now, everybody just pulled their shit out. Okay.
Their fucking dad just hung himself.
Because she
by
wants to
noose.
be right.
add another one to the counter, boys.
Yeah, that makes 10.
The
10
dads are
fathers
down
just
by
killed
8.
themselves tonight. I don't know. He might have fucking drank rat poisoning or bleach. I don't know.
Whatever.
Take away the pain.
Whatever would be the most painful to distract him from the emotional pain.
Fucking heartbreak.
100% sex life? No, because I'm truly held back like 70% of the time, and I only get to have as much as is consensual.
She's a nymphomaniac.
It has
She's
opened
a
my
mental
eyes.
issue.
It has finally made a good-looking white man marginalized to see a different point of view. I used to be terrified to speak up and have a voice and to say what it is that I want or need. And
what is this guy talking about?
Now I am equipped with knowing how to do it, knowing how to approach it, and yeah, my life is completely happy, and I'm having a lot of sex. Sometimes, mostly with myself. Just a little handy.
I stepped forward because I feel like, once again, I got it, just me and my wife, but she brings the heat, and we have...
Do we need a mom suicide counter? Because, I mean, do you think moms hear that and she just says, let me fucking take the fucking rest of my bottle of Percocets? Or...
No, mothers, they are built to put up with the fuckery their sons put them through. Okay. Fathers,
even though this kid was saying, even though this guy was saying he needed dental because of all the blowjobs he was getting.
Brother, listen. Oh my God. All the cum in his gums, brother. The dental doesn't matter.
All the cum in his gums. Oh my God, that's a new episode. That's the new name for this episode.
I love that you were just like, don't even apologize for it. Just be like, she's it.
Yeah.
That's fucking sick.
That's down and what do you want to do?
That's
Where we at?
That's all
you
need is a down-ass woman. That's all it takes, bro. I see why you're so loyal.
I can tell you this. because
he's trying to replace his wife.
I mean, if he's not careful,
all you need is a
that
down-ass bitch like me.
Fuck him.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. If he's not careful, that bitch on the left is gonna fuck him. I'll tell you right now.
We're very modest.
He's ready to put that
people.
pussy on him.
When she sees this, she'll be like, there's half of her that will be like,
yeah.
And then there's another half she'll be like, I do.
Yeah, you were giving her queen acknowledgement, you know?
Hey, I'm always playing his cards right.
That was wonderful, guys.
He's hot right now.
Her pussy's wet.
She's waiting for something else. Okay.
Hey guys, this is John.
Okay, I'll try to see if my dog pulled up on her. All right, well, wow. Boys, I got one more shorter video. You want to just ride this out, then we'll peace out?
Let's do it.
Let's do it, man.
We got so much momentum. I feel great about this. You know what I mean?
This shit's gonna get flagged. We're probably getting our next check mark. I'm sorry, brother.
Better than Howard Stern, though. I'm gonna start saying that. This shit is better than Howard Stern. I swear to God.
Oh my goodness.
I'm British.
I'm British.
I am British.
Oh,
I'm British.
Here we go.
We're bringing the vibes back. We're past all this shit. Who the fuck got their genitals, all the extra shit. One of these motherfuckers is a blue-blooded American, and he's infiltrating these fucking red-blooded fucking lobster-back cunts. And he's gonna try to fool them. What's up?
Chill. I like you.
Bruv.
Okay, all right. Well, fuck them.
I'm part British.
And this shit specifically, we're ending it with this because this shit right now is for fucking Usman. Fuck that bitch. I'm playing. I'm going to shit on Leon like that. But nah, for real, I thought this would be a fun way to end it just with the UFC fight tomorrow. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, share this with somebody. We're trying to make the subscriber count go up to 10,000. Isn't that right, Deuce?
Yeah, absolutely.
10,000.
We said 3 million.
10K in 20 days. Get it right.
All right.
We're coming in your house and we're blowing cash.
10K in 20 days or else we're done with this shit. I'm not putting out any more fucking videos. I'm tired. I'm working hard, bitch. Fuck y'all.
Yeah, fucking pussies. We're putting out gaming content after this. The new FaZe clan. Fuck you, pussies.
But no, man, we've been. Hey, what was that, Bills?
I'll just say our stock is worth more.
No, 100%. To be real, we've been giving you premium content. We've been having fun. Make sure you stick around for more shit like this. We're gonna try to do this more often. We appreciate anybody that tapped in. Fresh Out Hip Hop. Thank y'all for commenting and showing some love. Definitely gonna have that Cash App in. That's sage advice. And then Cameron, bro, we're gonna link up. I'm excited to do that. Go check out those podcasts. Also, Gates Open Media. If you want to see some more,
Cam, we're gonna see you soon, brother.
He needed to be on this. That's what I was saying.
Hope you're ready for this hurricane that's about to come through.
Oh, well, hold on. Don't say that with Kent, man. After all the shit that just happened to his house, that was fucked up a little bit.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the other dude. My bad.
Yeah, no, Kent.
Well, brother, I mean, and people really didn't know that until you just said it online.
Remind you, you're jumping out the window. But
no,
yeah.
brother, I wasn't even talking about him. I was talking about the guy we're supposed to go to Orlando and see.
Got you. Yeah, definitely a hurricane coming up there. We're gonna be vibing. It's gonna be a cool vibe. But I was just saying, Gates Open Media, go check him out for more live content like this. Smooth Recoil for gaming content. I think he's live right now, going crazy all the time.
Nuts and people.
Going crazy, catching dubs. He's been catching more dubs recently, to be honest. He's been getting back to that old shit. I've been watching him. He's been like top fucking threes, all that. But and then who else? Brightside Podcast. I fuck with them heavy. LOP Podcast. We're networking out here, so keep an eye out for us. Show some love, subscribe, get invested with the Sit and Politic crew. Let's go ahead.
Podcast topic. Hold on. How do you feel about rapists getting chemically castrated?
All right, so let's save that for the podcast. I'm trying to do one of those Sunday if you want, but we're doing this, and we're doing, and we're gonna be vibing Saturday. So I don't know, some people can't get up out their house like that, but I definitely want to do another like podcast in the studio soon. But either way, let's get into this video so we can get off here.
Get some studio time in.
Definitely got to do that.
We got to drop a couple tracks.
Got to do it.
Why am I nervous?
Oh, actually, perfect. So right off the bat, we just run that back a little bit. Which one of them do you think is not English? Which one of these guys is American, actually?
Bottom right, Umar. He's American.
All right.
Okay, let me just say this: by facial structures, Shorty in the bottom middle is definitely fucking from London.
Okay.
The Indian population is high over there too, so the bottom is just out of there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to say the fucking top left.
Yeah.
What kind of hat is he wearing? Is he wearing a Coors Light hat?
Wait. And I'm gonna have to see when they start talking to me. I'm gonna have to hold my. I'm gonna have to wait. I'm gonna have to wait.
Well, this is our blind guess, man. You could change. Either way, I agree with you. Your initial guess, anyways. My initial guess is the same. I think top left. I think he's.
I said top left.
Yeah, I think.
I bet we all on it.
You said bottom right. What the fuck are you talking about? You called him Umar.
That was a joke, brother. Get with the joke, brother. Come on.
Okay, I got it. That's right.
Why am I nervous?
Is anyone else nervous? I'm nervous too. I'm actually a dual citizen, US and UK. I grew up in England, in London.
Mallory's a little baddie, no cap.
Got a little Britney Spears to her, right?
And I moved to America when I was 12.
Yeah,
So you'll hear I have a bit of a
I'm not a dual citizen. I'm a citizen of the UK, but I also moved when I was 12, and my accent, for the most part, I think I still sound kind of British.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Also, yeah, little baddie, no cap. Right? Like, come on, this video's
Black
better.
of the berry, sweet of the juice.
Yeah. Also, I believe both of them right off the bat.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
And it's not because they're pretty.
I'm a citizen of the UK. I spent about 4 years in India, so I got a bit of that as well. And I moved to the US 2 years ago for UCLA. So I'm
How do you feel about actually
right
this
now.
rock with both?
I'm also a citizen of the UK. I moved to the US 2 months ago. I lived in Canada before that for 4 years, which was horrible because I hate the cold.
All right, my bad. I gotta rewind it because I don't know what the fuck this guy started out with. He did some weird clap and oh my god, his name is Omar. Yo.
I told you. Thought I was being funny.
Yo, you reverse trap card my ass with the Yu-Gi-Oh fucking flipperoonie. What?
You know what I'm saying?
Holy shit. Did you hear him say Omar? Or did you just guess that?
No, I just guessed it.
That's Steph Curry.
I'm the real psychic.
Bro, you are.
All fake
Well, you did get that one wrong, but that's fine. But yeah. All right, let's run that back.
For UCLA. So I'm a student right now. I'm also a citizen of the UK. I moved to the US 2 months ago. I lived in Canada before that for 4 years, which was horrible because I hate the cold.
I've lived here for 11 years. I'm from Liverpool. Yeah, I've been here a long time, so my accent kind of sounds muddled, but I'm a Scouser.
Scouse?
He's a Scouser.
Bro, his accent is so mild.
Scouser.
Yeah, I don't know. That was suspect to me. And he said 11 years, so he looks like he's a little old. So that 11 years is still in his like 20s. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's not a Scouser.
I feel like he looks too American though, so like those.
Yeah, and his accent. I'm like, I don't know. That's the red herring.
So dual citizen. I moved
He's
here
not
when
a
I was
Scouser.
12. Well, I got my dual citizenship when I was 12.
Lots of people got their dual citizenships at 12. Suspicious.
Yeah.
What was that?
His fucking accent's trash.
His accent was, what the fuck was that, right? It sounded like he was about to cry the whole time.
He's old as shit. He's like 50.
I got my dual citizenship when I was 12. What the fuck was that?
Eyes on you.
Not very
I said it first.
That's true. You're from London. Where in the UK?
He's alive.
Yeah, London.
London.
Yeah.
Leicester.
Liverpool.
Where are you from?
London.
The UK? Oh, London. I'm from Manchester. What part of London?
Peckham.
No way. Okay, I'm from Upper Norwood.
Yo, Cuz got the tiny jacket. You see this motherfucker with this tiny ass jacket?
Yeah, brother. I don't know
Okay,
what.
I'm glad you saw that.
Where specifically in London?
I'm not sure what that's about, bro.
I'm from Leicester, Wigston.
He's on some weirdo shit.
Where in Liverpool? I studied there.
I was
That's some
born
Indian
in
style, though,
West
honestly.
Derby.
Like I seen a lot of Bollywood movies.
Wigston, that's right near Oadby.
Yes.
Market Harbour.
Market Harbour. Sounds familiar. Yeah. I mean, I grew up in a very small bubble.
All right, yo, let's rewind that. So I feel like he might have already caught Cuz.
No way. Okay, I'm from Upper Norwood.
My bad,
Where
y'all.
specifically in
West.
London? West. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm from Leicester, Wigston.
Oh, okay, nice.
Where in Liverpool? I studied there.
I was born in West Derby.
Okay.
Wigston, that's right near Oadby.
Yes.
Market Harbour.
Market Harbour.
Sounds familiar. Yeah. I mean, I grew up in a very small bubble. I mean, my parents would take me everywhere. And I grew up in India for like 14 to 18, and then go back to the UK, finish up my school there. And then
How long were you in Leicester for?
From 0 to 14, I was born in Leicester. Yeah.
That's cool.
I feel like someone from Leicester would have automatically known where Market Harbour is. I'm from Manchester, and I know where Market Harbour is. It's a tiny little town.
I don't know a lot about English geography because I was so in my own world. And yeah, my parents would take me around everywhere. So his story was convincing to me because that's similar to my story. What were you guys' first impressions of America?
Really overwhelmed.
Big, right?
Big.
Like
huge
oh
portions of their food. Like every plate is like
their medium-sized
so big.
pizza is our large-sized pizza.
Yeah.
It's overwhelmed.
The imperial system.
Yes.
What are you trying to say, babe?
Horrible. Well, I've been here for 2 months. I'm still trying to get
Yeah, yo, they're trying to get off right now.
Yeah, she really tried to size America like we're
used to
fat or
Fahrenheit.
something.
It's really stressing me out.
The temperature is one.
fucking eating
Things like that, you know.
bites and shit.
And like I work off a
She's a
24-hour
Dudes,
clock.
this is our last video, so I want to have to tell you
Yeah,
to
I
lock
still
me
got
up.
that, yeah.
God damn. I see
Lock.
2K all over your fucking face.
Brother, 2K, brother?
Holy shit. Could you just lock in? You feel what I'm saying? Like, we're
I'm
entertained.
locking in right now, brother.
We're on
I'm
hour
here.
3 right now, about to be. Let's just
I
finish
know.
this bit strong.
Why
Brother,
is
we're
my
finishing
screen
strong right now.
not as bright as yours dancing, you know?
Exactly. Bro, if people skip to the end to say, hey, how'd they finish this? They'd have thought this whole pod now was trash because you decided to pick up a fucking PS5 controller with fucking
Brother, the pod is going great right now. We're locked
what I'm
in.
saying.
Let's get back to the Jubilee.
Okay.
I think tipping culture is pretty bad.
Oh,
everything here,
tipping culture
everything,
is-
whatever the price is,
Oh,
it's
goodness.
like at least $3.
We could stay in this conversation for ages.
I got a lot of questions, like people assume because you're British you like something. So when One Direction was big, they're like, you're British, you like One Direction. I was like, I have heard maybe 2 of their songs. Or like Harry Potter, hot take, I haven't seen all of the movies. I've only seen like 2.
You're joking.
I'm sorry, I know. That's like the peak British thing and I haven't done it.
Well, like the first thing they say is like talk about tea or
Yeah.
and
Right,
or
tea
water.
crumpets.
They always,
Oh,
they
yeah.
always, they always say water.
Or like pip pip cheerio. Like,
Yeah.
sorry, no one says that.
His story at first kind of seemed like he was just making something up.
You're the worst British accent I've heard ever. I'm so convinced.
So what happens when they all pick someone different?
Because he didn't know his geography.
That Cash App. Big baby.
Jumbled up.
93 at Cash App.
I was just shocked. I was a bit sheltered, so I didn't know my geography very well. But I was wondering when they're going to get Michael out.
That was surprising.
He sounded very British.
I think it's a joke. I think
Sounded
everyone's
very
British.
I feel like when I meet people, they always say, oh, you're from London. They automatically assume everyone's from London. I'm like, no, I'm from Liverpool. They're like, oh, the Beatles, and they mention the Beatles, but the UK is so big, like they just think it's just
Which
London.
is funny because I feel like a fake when I say I'm from London because it's like, oh, of course you're from London.
I spoke to someone that thought London was the country.
One time someone asked me, are you from England or Britain?
The fuck is he saying?
Well, that's because Americans don't know geography at all.
I will say, since living here, I have
Yeah,
felt
we're from
my
America,
just
you
general
prick.
world knowledge declining as I go through the education system.
Yo, they're fucking trying us right now.
Bro,
But
that's
yeah,
how the
moving
people
over
deal
here.
with Americans.
Yeah, trying us
They
like
really look at us like we're dumb.
yeah.
Because we don't know their geography.
Bitch,
Y'all
but then
fucking douchebags.
we kicked you off the fucking land with like fucking muskets and shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like motherfuckers with no fucking battle experience came in and got y'all to get the fuck up out of there by throwing some tea in the fucking harbor. Deuce Andretti, how's it going in fucking Charlotte tonight, brother? How's it going? Is LaMelo in the lineup? Let me know. Did he heal up and did his fucking tendons come back together in fucking season 2028?
No, brother, it didn't actually.
God damn.
I don't know anything about anywhere anymore.
For me, since I moved when I was 12, which is 7th grade here in the States.
She mentioned 7th grade, and usually we say year 7 or year 8 or year 9, and it just threw me off.
The biggest change I noticed
don't
was
even have
how
an accent. What
students
the fuck is
address their
he saying?
teachers. Like, it's very informal, you know? Whereas I think growing up in England, like, you would never question your teacher, you know? Or, like, I feel like the parents have that kind of
What school did you go to?
It was funny because obviously growing up in England, you wear uniforms all the time.
Yeah.
It was lavender in the summertime with white socks.
Yeah, you have a winter and summer uniform.
Winter, summer uniform,
Yeah.
and a PE uniform that changes based on the
What
season
school did
too.
you go to?
Sydenham High School, shout out.
I wasn't thinking about it. Like, I feel like I'm so glad that we had a uniform in school
Oh,
because
yeah.
the poor fashion choices I made at 13, I'm so glad I didn't have to go to school dressed like
No,
that.
genuinely, I look back at my Facebook photos and want to disassociate from whoever that girl was. It wasn't me.
Hey, good humans, it's Timmy here.
And
What's
Bird is they let you try new.
Yeah, they're trying to slide in their own fucking ass.
so that mask?
So we need to forgot.
Hey, we need some bread.
Yeah.
Continue the game.
So they kicked somebody out. I don't even remember. Oh, the girl in the end, blonde hair girl. Little baby number one.
They're all capping.
Yeah. All right.
Fuck
Well,
the
they
dude on the right.
What the fuck she's saying, yo? I almost feel like him not having much of an
In
accent.
the American way now.
Raise your hand if you think the mole is still in the box and you'd wish to continue the game. All right, majority
shit.
rules. That means we move on to round 3.
So you guys still think the mole's in the box right now? 100%. Who do you think
I
it
have
is?
no suspicions about these two.
Who do you think it is?
Well, we can't tell you right now, can we?
Yeah.
I thought you guys were all British. Like, I really was ready to
Honestly,
ready to win.
starting to pick up on some accent glitches.
I'm just a really suspicious person generally.
Okay.
If you had to pick one
He's
item
calling
from a
himself
supermarket, what was it like your favourite item from that store? So
Chocolate fingers.
Hey, this is a really random thing to say, but the meal deal, the Tesco meal deal.
Oh my God, yes.
They're always the best.
Ironically, there were these, it came in a yellow package. It was like an American pancake. And it was so good, you put it in the toaster. And I put it in the toaster all the time. It was really tasty. It was just a generic, I think it might have been.
I don't know that one.
But it wasn't something notable.
What would you get?
the prawn cocktail sandwich, definitely.
Oh, no, I like this crisps, the prawn cocktail crisps.
The pink one.
I think the crisps I miss the most are Monster Munch.
That's too
and
universal.
Quavers.
I was going to say Quavers. I was going to say Quavers.
What's it?
Crinkle cut cheesy what's it?
No, I've never heard of prawn cocktails. What the fuck is that?
It's all this fucking potato chips.
Like
and
fucking
bread.
shrimp shit. It's like shrimp flavored.
I don't think with what's it.
No?
No.
What about discos? Do you guys like discos?
What's a disco?
Yeah, so
You
they're crisp.
discos, the crisps?
Yeah.
They have like a bunch of flavors,
They're
salt,
like old
vinegar,
school ones, man.
barbecue.
Here or UK?
UK.
Oh, no.
They're not here at all.
No.
He didn't know what discos were. I mean, okay, well, he can't be British.
You're out of here.
My initial suspicions.
Is he talking about the dude in the hat?
What?
I don't know. Just out of
I still
everyone.
think that
It's
dude's
probably my
American.
accent, like I'm
No,
from
not
Liverpool.
even the act. I think also too, you were the only one who didn't raise your hand. And
I really thought that,
I mean,
because I thought you guys were
that
good.
means again,
I was like,
not
okay,
that
these are my
means
fellow
anything.
Brits right
and
here.
then you said I thought you all were British. There were just some things.
No
I
one
was
has
like,
that much British camaraderie.
I'm not saying it is you.
Okay.
I'm just saying out of everyone who it could have been, in my mind,
Okay.
it was closer to being you.
I'd rather not say.
So now you look suspicious.
Nah.
I don't trust anyone. You could all be lying to me.
If it's any, I mean, I don't know if this is cheating, but I literally have a tattoo on my body of my postcode.
And we're going.
Yeah,
Hey, yo. Let's see it.
What the fuck?
He didn't know what disco chips were.
Mother?
Yeah.
Okay,
You
wait,
know.
I'm surprised.
He knows, you know.
I'm really bitter about being voted out. Just because somebody doesn't know the same snack as you does not mean that their nationality should be questioned.
If you think the mole is still in the box and you'd like to continue the game,
Yeah, that's a crazy
raise your
way to
hand.
get someone out of the
Oh, God.
fucking potato chips.
I still feel she might be the mom.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I'm really, like,
I mean, I guess.
Continue.
Okay, so you got your dual citizenship when you were 12. Did you move with your family?
No,
or
they're
did you
they don't
move
trust shit.
too?
I got sponsored by my auntie.
Sponsored?
Yeah, we got sponsored from when we were really young, so pretty much when we were born. By the time it came through,
They want to
that was the
continue
waiting list.
playing because one of them were
So
about to
it
win.
came through when we were 12. When we were kids, we used to come every year. My mum wanted us to move, you know, or have the
Man,
option
British are
when we were
shicey,
older to
boy.
be able to go back and forth, you know.
I've been here for 11 years. I came in 2012, and I originally came over to see my sister. She lives in North Carolina. She has her own little deli, so I was helping her out. And then in 2014,
get a sandwich.
I moved to LA, and I've been here since. Yeah.
Your turn.
Okay, I know you guys are like ganging up on me. My dad works at an IT company, and so they asked if he could be the manager in LA, and we all moved, and we've been here for 12 years.
Okay.
Went to school here.
You said you go UCLA, yeah?
I go to UCLA. I'm studying linguistic anthropology, minoring in French. I don't know.
Linguistic anthropology.
Yeah.
Do you know a lot about football?
No.
Like, do you know any of the teams in the Premier League?
Well, okay, I never
you
got
also?
into football
Okay.
really when I was there. I only supported the teams that my friends.
Which ones? What teams?
So obviously Chelsea.
They're definitely on their ass right now.
Arsenal, Man U were like the main
soccer.
ones.
Mhm.
I don't watch sports in general really.
Okay.
If a game's on, if the World Cup's on, obviously
You'll watch it.
England all the way. But in general,
I don't really watch too much at football, but if you grow up in England,
You'll know
give
what
us
the
a score
Premier
update,
League
brother.
is.
yeah, no. Gosh, this is hard.
They voted their ass out
I
off
have
the
a
island.
feeling. Guys are wrong.
Who do you think it is?
I think they'd made a pact.
I think they already got him
and
out,
I was
probably.
just the only one not in that pact.
I think it's
Pretty
Rocco.
solid, to be real. What was that?
I think it's Rocco still.
Oh, that'd be cold-blooded.
I do.
definitely.
You're not the mole, are you? Okay, good.
If the lights turn green, that means that you have
Turn
voted
red.
the mole out, and
It's
you both
a
win.
good chance
If the
that
lights
it's not
turn
about-
red,
there's only two people left,
that
so it's
means
mathematically
the mole is still in the box,
Run
and you
NYC
lose.
shirt, definitely him.
So,
That'd be hilarious. It'd be wild if the dude
You did a good job.
No, I'm coming home. You got nothing to worry about.
3, 2, 1. Look, the mole reveal themselves
All right, let's
in
see what it was.
3,
White shirt.
2, 1.
Oh,
knew it.
Are you kidding
We're not
me?
telling out right away.
I mean, I got it from the get-go.
You knew it was Tejas, and you continued to play.
I told you it's all about the De Niro's, yo.
I studied, but not the geography. I was looking at the map, but I didn't recognize all the places. And I could always do somewhat of a British accent, or at least I thought I could. And then I just Googled, like, where's the most amount of brown people from in England? And I was like, Leicester it is.
Your accent was really good.
So I was thinking, I had somewhat of a plan, but not knowing geography is pretty American, so I'm pretty sure.
Flabbergasted, dumbstruck, bewildered.
He probably
Not
sounded more
knowing
British than
geography
me.
is pretty
I guess I have a
American. That's
joke.
fucking
I'm not sure it's
insulting.
very funny. But what would you call my leaving the box in the first round?
That was it? Oh, shit. Cliffhanger. Fucking snap. All right. Well, look. Hey, Deuce Andretti. So how's that game going, brother?
Brother, I can't even tap in, brother. I'm just locked in on these British dudes fucking shitting on Americans this whole time.
Like, share, subscribe, show some love, man. I appreciate anybody that tuned in tonight. Let us know if you want us to do more of these. Send us some videos you'd like us to react to. I hope these guys right here help me find some more videos in the future. This Jubilee stuff was fun. And yeah, it was a good time. So I appreciate y'all once again. And make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that bell so you're tapped in with us in the future.
Share this shit.
And that's it, man. Let's get
Love
to
y'all, man.
Let's get to
Subscribe,
6
Sit and
million.
Politic. It was vulgar tonight, and